Hello everybody, MLB The Show 22 news is here. We have our cover athlete who is none other than our reigning MVP, two-way player, Shohei Ohtani. The game comes out April 5th, 2022, which I personally was not expecting. I thought we would get it at the end of April at like the earliest, so I am pumped just on that front. Additionally, in addition to having it on the Xbox, both the old gen, the new gen, PlayStation, old gen, and new gen, for the first time ever, MLB The Show is coming to the Nintendo Switch. How are we feeling, everybody? For the first half of today's stream, we're just gonna be talking all about the news. I did not check my phone. I was in class. The second class ended. I grabbed my things. I walked out to my car. I sat in my car. I avoided all notifications. I pulled up YouTube. I pulled up the video, and I listened to the live stream as if it were a podcast. We're going through it all today, but first, how are you all doing on a scale of 1 to Shohei Ohtani? How excited are you? How are we doing, Bunk and Hop and Packers and Angel? I hope you're all doing well. What is up, T-Rat? How we doing, Jeru? What's up, RJ? Rip RBI Baseball. I can now uninstall it from my Switch. Well, now we'll have the best like juxtaposition of RBI Baseball on the Switch versus MLB The Show on the Switch. It's gonna be quite interesting. A lot of content ideas are flowing through my mind right now, which I'm very excited about. Good afternoon, Josh. I am so excited, Jeru. Absolutely 17. You're hyped. Let's go, Packers. Let's go, indeed. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Oh, yes, we are, Bunk Tuesday. Me too, Red Sox guy. How we doing, Ray? Welcome on in. Can you guess how I am? I hope you are doing much better, Jeru. Deep breaths, one moment at a time. Ready for MLB 22. How we doing, Jay Brown? We are gonna go redeem the 99 OHTANI. Don't you worry, Bandit. We will make that our goal right after we discuss everything. Absolutely. Can we talk some Fs for PC users again? It was going to come to all the consoles before it goes to PC, just for logistical reasons. So no worries, RJ. It's showtime wise. How are we doing, Kryptonite? Thank you so much, Sean. I hope you're doing wonderfully. I am so excited. I hope you can use him and the All-Star one at the same time. You won't be able to use them at the same time because they're the same person. Just like if there's like a gold version of a card and a diamond version of the card, you can't use them in the same lineup. You can only have one. Steel Daffy with the tier 1 sub, you legend, to kick us off today. Thank you so much, Daffy, and welcome on into the Sand Squad sub family. Please enjoy. Not you, Siri. Please enjoy those emotes and sub badges, and thank you so much for the support. I really appreciate it. Emotes in chat to you. I know we're seeing like the same thing over and over again on my screen. Don't worry. We will go through all of that soon. Packers with a hydrate, of course. Absolutely, in 2 days, there's going to be a legend athlete reveal on the cover, which is going to be very exciting. Give us Derek Jeter. I'm seeing. Absolutely. How we doing, game? What's up, Seeker? Let's go, Mr. Busy. Good afternoon, wise. So with legend cover coming 2222, Jeter confirmed. I would say Jeter confirmed. I'm kind of annoyed that the legend reveal is on Wednesday. Why are you annoyed, Parker? This isn't a time for annoyance. It's a time for excitement. I don't know. Can you all get the excitement vibes from me? I think I'm playing it down a little bit too much. I'm doing really well, Jay. How are you doing? How are we doing, Little Man is the GOAT? I hope all is well. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Which one is better? The All-Star Shohei Ohtani is very similar to the 99 Finest Ohtani that is in the store, but obviously the Finest Ohtani, his attributes are going to be slightly better than the All-Star one, of course. What's up, Chico? Welcome on in. Having a Japanese player, Shohei Ohtani, being the cover athlete meant it was perfect to bring in the Japanese console Nintendo Switch. It's going to sell a lot of copies. It's an international sensation, and I'm very, very excited. How we doing, Grape? Jeter, says Ray. How we doing, Phil? They nailed this, absolutely. Any new game modes on 22 are not yet revealed. We're going to go through that in just one moment, Jay Brown. I got you. Don't you worry. Please, Jeter, says Bandit. 2022, the year of baseball content. content. Let's go, Danny. How are you doing today? Welcome on in. We're back at it, Chef. Your favorite player of all time, mad respect. Oh my goodness. Good afternoon, Mason. Welcome on in. Remind me, I haven't been on my PlayStation since I got off stream on Saturday. I got you on Fortnite, of course. I saw your Discord message. Maddie V getting hyped, absolutely. Legend Edition announcement on Groundhog's Day. 2222. You know what? What if I told you they're announcing me on the cover for Wednesday? Y'all know 22 is my favorite number. I recently turned 22 in December. I don't want to play spoiler. I'm just kidding. I'm not on the cover though. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? I couldn't. That would be incredible. Game Pass, yes, Dragon MLB The Show is coming to Game Pass once again, which is gonna be incredible. What is up, Evil Monkey? What is up, Sports? And Sports, let's please try to keep the conversation at MLB The Show versus your card fight Vanguard today. There's so much excitement. You're pre-ordering for sure. Love to hear it, Bandit. How are we doing, Nick? Crazy thing is, Ohtani used to play for the Nippon Ham Fighters, and one of your favorite J-pop groups is a girl who's big on them. So this is a huge win for you also. I love to see that full circle for you, Phil. Absolutely. It is now showtime. I see you, Rich. How are you doing today? Oh, absolutely, Steelers. Oh my goodness. Frosty, oh, you know we've seen it, but I appreciate you trying to avoid spoilers in case I hadn't. I was watching with my friend and we were like, it's DeGrom, and then my friend knew Ohtani's batting stance when there was like 6 seconds. I love that. Legend covers Taylor Swift. Could you imagine? Give everyone a free cap player, but no pitching. We're going to talk about cap players in just a second because there's a lot of information right now. Absolutely. What's up, Tico? Make it happen. How we doing, Amanda? Amanda, we're all getting you copies for the Switch. It's coming to the Switch, Amanda. I hope you're doing incredible. Dope. I wish I had as much energy as you today, recovering from celebrating last night. GG's to your Rams birds. We got a Rams and Bengals Super Bowl, so that is going to be very exciting. Okay. I think it's time to go into depth about what I have in front of me. I'm just on the SHO.com. When you type it in, this is what you see, a little highlight reel of the league MVP Shohei Ohtani, who, let's be real, is better than his predecessor in Babe Ruth when you're talking about two-way players and their impact on the game. How we doing, Svandon? Welcome on in. Oh my goodness. I need to take a breath real quick. I need to take a breath. I might have to take the sweatshirt off soon. Your girl's overheating real quick. You knew Ohtani was gonna get it. I told ya. I want Ohtani on the regular cover, Jeter on the legend cover. And many of you were like, I think it looks like Jacob deGrom. And I'm not gonna lie, it did look like Jacob deGrom. But they were purposely fooling us, I would say. I know someone who's an Angels fan and they are stoked about this. Oh yeah, Jubes, this is big for the Angels fandom as well, 100%. I am amazing not knowing Shohei is going to be on the cover. So hyped for 22, or now knowing. Let's go, Rich. Welcome on in, BTS. Hope you're doing well. They add Switch to the game, yet the normal servers aren't good enough. I'm assuming, Virtle, there's going to be a lot of emphasis on making sure their servers can handle a game. Expectedly, there's going to be some bumps in the beginning as the game is released, and as a whole bunch of people played at once, I do believe they're going to have to already have a plan set in place to make sure they can smooth out that process. Indeed. How we doing, Tree Boy? Welcome on in. Good morning. Buenas tardes. Good afternoon. I was getting my haircut when the cover was announced. When I told you, I screamed, yes, I wanted Vladdy, but Shohei is an amazing choice. 100%. I'm hyped too, BTS. So here we are. I'm gonna put my PlayStation controller, just been sitting on my lap. I'm gonna put it to the desk on the side. We're just gonna spend as long as we need to, just about all of the news, and then we'll go into the game. The lighting looks a little off. Let me just see if I can refocus that. There's like a sun glare back there. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. Whoa. I'll give you impact internationally, but we need to slow down on saying he's better than Ruth, Ash. I hope he does it again next year, but he's got to keep it up. Anything can happen, unfortunately. Jay Westbrook. One season of Shohei Ohtani is better than any of the seasons that Babe Ruth put together in this day and age of baseball, but I agree, he's got to keep it up, but we're never gonna see a season like this quite again, and it was incredible. Just chatting stream, we'll keep it under the show title, just because it's all related to the show 22. That way people can find us, whereas just chatting is a lot more saturated with a whole bunch of content. We'll stay under the show category since that's what we're talking about. Absolutely. Nightbot doesn't like me today. It's all good, Evil Monkey. How we doing, Ritz? Welcome on in. Oh my goodness. with that being said, this is just the SHO.com in case you have looked at it. If you have some questions, in case you haven't looked at it, I might formulate some questions. We're here today to go through it, and any remaining time we'll go back into actually MLB The Show 21 and playing it. So of course, my camera's kind of covering it. I can hide my camera real quick. Here's the little snippet. MLB The Show 22, experience faster, deeper, and more intense moment-to-moment match action on the field with a variety of game modes for all you rookie players and returning season vets. Just in that statement, there's a lot to unpack, and I am excited. That is very, very true, Bunk. Eventually, I would like to do some just chatting streams here and there, but not necessarily today. When I was watching the reveal stream and when the player was warming up, I got a little disappointed because it was a right throwing and it looked like Jeter's silhouette, and you forgot Shohei threw right, and then you were happy when it was Shohei. I'm glad you are happy. Frosty just saw the batting stance and knew. Do I think they added on PC this year? They will not be adding it on PC this year, Rich. It's on Xbox, old gen, new gen, PlayStation, old gen, new gen, and now, for the first time ever, the Nintendo Switch. You figured they would, if they want to go to PC, they have to cover all the consoles first. It just makes sense logistically. And then if they want to make it to PC, we'll get it from there. It's Zeffy, excuse me. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. I need to get the emotes back up. And Milkbag, thank you as well for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. But the real question is, when are they adding Ash Sanders as a player? You raise important questions, Amanda. And that's a good one. I don't know if I have an answer to that, but hopefully one day I will, because I'm gonna make him. It's showtime. You would know it, Air. Absolutely. What's going on, Collie? So when they were doing the silhouette and they showed him getting into his batting stance, I was like, yeah, that's Ohtani. Might get a Switch for playing at work. Let me actually go grab my Switch real quick. It's right on my nightstand. The screen's a little dusty. I am pumped. I am pumped to play this game on this console. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I love my PlayStations. I always have. I always will. I will be playing, like when I stream this game, it's going to be through the PlayStation 5. It's going to be through the console. But you bet I will be playing on my Switch. You bet every once in a while we will actually stream the game from my Switch versus the console. I am so excited to sit on my couch at 7 o'clock at night, watch the White Sox beat whoever it is that they are playing, and then playing some show as I'm sitting back watching the White Sox, like, oh, I see you, Pito. I see you, Bray, hitting a home run. I'm gonna go hit a home run with you. I just realized I'm never going to escape MLB The Show, because when I'm done streaming it with my console and my setup, I'm gonna just go downstairs, turn on the White Sox game, and then turn it on my Switch. Of course, wish we get a Bonds card this year. That would be very, very cool, Danny, though it's not gonna happen because of the MLBPA, which there's a lot to consider on that front, of course. Watching the live stream while at work, absolutely. She's gonna be playing in class now. Well, it does come out a month before I graduate. So I graduate, I believe May 2nd is that Saturday. Just gonna check my calendar here. No, I graduate on the 7th, I forgot. I graduate May 7th, so the game comes out just about a month, just a little bit over a month before I graduate. So I gotta balance the game and then finishing up my senior year, but it's gonna be really exciting, absolutely. Ashley won't skip class, but watch her take her Switch into class. Well, lucky for me, my schedule works out really well that I go to class and then I go home. So, yeah, but if I had a gap in my schedule, oh, you bet I would be bringing it to school and, like, playing the show during my lunch break. But luckily I can come home for lunch and then stream to all of you. I'm so cool. Thank you, Steelers. 12-0, here I come, says Alex. By the way, Ashley, I thought about it, and if you want to skip class, you gotta Ferris Bueller it, so I gotta go to a White Sox game. I know he went to a Cubs game, but he chose the wrong team to have an allegiance for. April 5th, correct, Rich, excuse me. I would assume, just like last year, they will do like a pre-order deluxe edition special where you get to play it like starting that Thursday or Friday before that Tuesday, April 5th release. Thank you, T-Red. We're gonna go through that in just a second. Thank you for pushing the agenda along. Mario Party has been training us for this moment. Will, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. All right, let's get into it. We are on the show website. If you scroll down, you get all of your pre-order links. You see the you're going to see all the next gen copies, speaking PlayStation 5, speaking Xbox Series SX. It is still available on the old gen, as in the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One is the older gen before the S and X. And then new to the game, the Nintendo Switch. It is going to be so incredibly excited. Thank you for that command, T-Red. I really appreciate that. How we doing, BR? From a scale of 1 to Shohei Ohtani, I am past Shohei Ohtani in excitement, but here's how you can pre-order it. You have your links right here. If you want PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, a variation of them, it's right here, theshow.com. And then there's a little thing right here. Every pitch, every hit, every win, make your mark and own the show and MLB The Show 22 game features. So if you click on that page, this screen is going to pop up. And it's rather exciting. Now, of course, it's not going to dive into everything. It's quite superficial in what they're presenting. I'm assuming we'll get some more information very, very soon. Valencia! With the 20-month resub, the big 2-0 queen. Thank you so much, and welcome back on into the Sand Squad sub family. Keep on enjoying those emotes and sub badges, and thank you so much for being incredible and for the support. Emotes in chat, Valencia. I hope you're doing wonderfully today. Oh my goodness. Ohtani moments on day 1, also with whoever the legend will be. That will be very exciting. Phil and Puffy! With the 1-year resub, that's 12 months. Puffy Benjamin, thank you so very much. Siri, I'm not talking to you. Thank you so very much, and welcome back on into the Sand Squad sub family. Keep on enjoying those emotes and sub badges, and thank you so much for 1 freaking year. Emotes in chat. Siri keeps interrupting me. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Yo, what's up, Will? Welcome on in. No worries, Valencia. Hopefully you can see me waving and know that is for you. I hope we get NPB teams and more Japanese MLB legend players likeness. That would be really, really dope, Cyclone. It would be good timing. Shut up, Siri. But let's get into all of this so that we can also use that 99 finest Shohei Ohtani card later today in the stream. Once again, you see the titles, you see the pre-order links. We'll get to the prices in just a moment. They're at the bottom of this screen. But we're just going to go in order of all these bullet points. It looks like my camera is not covering anything, so that is very good. What's up, awesome amen? Welcome on in. Might get it on both the PlayStation and Xbox this year. I will definitely be getting it on my PlayStation and my Nintendo Switch. I have to. Error, you're skipping ahead. You're skipping ahead in class, Error. Many seasons, yes. I am very excited. So let's go into the first bullet point. In our top features, Diamond Dynasty is back and better than ever. Play, collect, and build on your fantasy card collection and bring to life on the Diamond. Try the new mini seasons mode, where each season brings new challenges as you face off against a new set of competition. I know it's on the screen. How are we doing, Sportaneous? Welcome on in. I am doing really well. Thank you for asking. Just chilling out, love to hear it. Yes, in the show 21, go to the pack store. There's a free 99 finest Shohei Ohtani. We will do that once we get through all these bullet points. But mini seasons mode, it kind of sounds like ranked seasons, but it might be in complement to ranked seasons. It might be something totally different than ranked seasons. It might have online play, it might have CPU play, it might have both. We are here speculating, folks. I don't know. I'm just finding this all out. What do we think it might mean? What do we want it maybe to mean? Because, you know, this is all going to be a VOD on Twitch. I'm going to upload it to YouTube. So if you guess what it is, you can come back here and be like, ha, I told you so. But how are we doing? Do you think there'll be a stadium creator on Switch? That's a very good question, Frosty. I would think so. I would think so. I don't know for certain, but hopefully we'll find out very, very, very soon. Oh my goodness, sounds like offline mode versus CPU, says Beaver. In a sense, that could make sense. You know, ranked seasons is your online mode. Maybe mini seasons is your offline mode, especially when you have the words against, can you see the mouse? Okay, against a new set of competition. Can I highlight this? I can. Against a new set of competition. So when I hear like new set of competition, I'm thinking new legends. I'm almost thinking about extra innings, but instead of using people's already formulated Diamond Dynasty teams, maybe there's like these CPU teams similar to what we would see that are created for this, of course, Crazy Asian 1986. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. It could definitely mean all of that, absolutely. How long is free for? I'm not currently home and won't be until late tonight. It is free forever. So I hope that makes it very well. You're guessing seasons like in Madden. I personally don't play Madden, so if you want to elaborate, feel free and absolutely. If y'all are seeing spoilers, there's no place for spoilers here. Let people be excited about the next cover announcement on Wednesday. All your messages are going to get deleted. Please stop spoiling it for people. Obviously, the internet exists. Unfortunately, there is a lot of spoilers. But if we can at least make this one place a spoiler-free zone, obviously, of course, it's been a couple hours since this live stream. It's in the title that we're discussing this. There are spoiler warnings. Please try to not spoil anybody, please, especially because spoiling really takes away from all the hard work that all of the SDS team has really put into this game. Let's leave it out. I see some messages about some tweets that may have been sent out. Let's kind of be smart about this, please, and let people have their moment to discover this for the first time. You never want to take something like that for away. I'm big on spoilers. I don't like them. I got out of class today. I didn't check any notifications on my phone. I ran to my car. I was like covering my phone screen in case notifications would pop up, and I like found YouTube real quick. I turned off the comments, and then I listened to it like it was a podcast on the way home. With that being said, I'm so excited. You wish PlayStation 4 players had it. There has to be a hardware issue that's not in the 4 that is in these consoles that give it, of course. I slept through the cover reveal. So that's mini seasons mode. My personal prediction is it's going to be kind of like it's offline versus these CPU generated teams. And it's going to be like a complement or at least juxtaposed with ranked seasons. That would be my personal prediction. Absolutely. Exactly, Phil, exactly. The Switch won't have a lot of the modes as your guess. The Switch should have pretty much every mode available. I do believe Stadium Creator is a good thing to bring up. I personally am not sure about that front, but we will see. With that being said, we're going to go to bullet point number 2. Create and use multiple meaning more than one ball players beyond your Road to the Show personalized baseball RPG experience, and customize your ball players exactly how you want to aid in your progression. So this is where we're getting into caps, and at least that's what I am interpreting from this bullet point, because it says beyond your Road to the Show experience. So it has to, maybe make us infer that it's going to be something related to creative players in Diamond Dynasty, and the fact you can create multiple. So, you can have a pitcher, you can have a shortstop, you can have a center fielder. I don't know how many players you'll be able to make, but you'll definitely be able to make more than one. You'll be able to make multiple ball players. So I'm very, very excited about that. Ash Sanders, John Cena, and Bozo. Get out of here. Get out of here, Mason. I have the biggest question. Can you do franchise but shorten the season and innings? I'm sure you can adjust that in settings, Frosty. I'm not the biggest franchise person. I would love to be, but until the mode gets rapidly improved, especially for the people who deserve for it to be improved, I'm kind of holding off for now. If I get promoted at my seasonal job this year, I'm buying myself a PlayStation 5 solely for Stadium Creator. You won't be alone in that, and people wanting the next gen just for Stadium Creator. Hopefully means a fixed Road to the Show. Absolutely. What time is the cover reveal on Wednesday? I'm not sure, Steelers. I'm gonna check Twitter after we get through this page and see if there's any information on the show's Twitter, only the show's Twitter, and see if it is. Mini seasons to me, says T-Red, I think has to be versus CPU. If you have multiple caps, maybe that's the new set of competition, a team full of caps. That's a very good point. Maybe we'll finally get like the Sandlot mode that I really want, where you have a created player and you can like team up with your friends' created players. I technically think we're still a while away from that, but a girl can dream. Ash is all over the field. Ash Sanders 1. Ash Sanders 1 at pitcher, Ash Sanders 2 at catcher, Ash Sanders 3 at first. You see what I'm doing there? See what I'm doing there? Oh my goodness, I am excited. Moving on to the third bullet point, face your friends with cross-platform play. You see the double asterisks, so that means a PlayStation Plus subscription. You will need to be able to play online multiplayer. With cross-progression, continue your progress and earn and use content on other console platforms. So this is just saying that my MLB The Show game on the Switch is going to save and be the exact same MLB The Show game that is on my PlayStation. So no matter what console you're playing on, say you have all three, you have an Xbox, the PlayStation, and a Switch, you'll be able to play the same game with all of your progress saved on each of the consoles. That is a huge win. Who's on first? We need servers before we can get a Sandlot mode like that, but I agree 100% it would be fun. I agree. Adding the Switch, if they didn't, because I'm gonna say it, because they did not really address the server issues in the whole entirety of 21, and now they're adding the Switch into it, they have to have answers for the servers that maybe they didn't want to necessarily implement in the SHO 21. Sorry, I'm like moving all over in my chair. I'm just so excited I can't sit in the same position for too long. There has to be answers. There has to be a better formula, a better algorithm to get these servers underway, because it's a big addition now, because you're adding a whole nother fan base with the Switch, especially given its popularity outside of the United States as well with Nintendo. How we doing, Cameron? I appreciate you appreciating the Sand Squad. How we doing, Paul? You want someone to do a whole team of Shohei Ohtani? When you do it, can you renumber shortstop and third base to make sense, please? Possibly. I didn't mean to scroll down here. I meant to scroll down in chat. That's huge, says Bunk. I think they hinted at that last year with Fernando Jr., Nando Jr., with the entire team full of Tatis. I think that was the goal for last year, but couldn't happen. That is something to look at, T-Red. Absolutely. How we doing, Sin? I'm doing incredible, and I'm sure you're doing even more incredible given the outcome of yesterday afternoon's ball game, of course. Servers were no good for the first 3 months across the 4 consoles this year. I'm really scared what's going to happen when we play a kid who's on McDonald's Wi-Fi. We will definitely see survive, absolutely. I thought they said they would add Switch last year, but they never did it, and it never happened, but now it's here. They signed a contract to add Xbox and the Switch. It was just a matter of rolling them out in a timely fashion. I'm actually happy with how they did it, the Xbox first and then the Switch. One console at a time, so then you can address the issues one at a time instead of having everything and not knowing exactly how to address it. Habib, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sam Squad. I hope you're doing wonderfully. Thank you, Joe. Happy about Shohei. It's gonna be on the Switch too, which is really exciting. It's really incredible. I'm glad they got behind Shohei Ohtani. It's gonna open up another big audience, if it hasn't already, in the show with Shohei Ohtani. It's gonna be wonderful indeed. I personally, I'm rooting for the Rams, but honestly, if the Bengals win, that would be absolutely exciting as well. For the 4th bullet point, stepping up to the plate for the first time, tailor your experience with gameplay styles and 2 new, I didn't see this before, I really quickly glossed over this before stream, and 2 new difficulty settings to help you get the hang of the basics. So I know many of you in here, if not all of you, have played the game. You're aware of the difficulty, but that's really big, especially these 2 new difficulties. If you're gonna play it handheld, if you're gonna play the show handheld, in my opinion, that's going to be very difficult. So I wonder if these new difficulty settings and these new adjustments, although they're tailored for new players, I wonder if they're especially tailored for new players on the Switch. You know, it would almost make sense. Oh, you know there's going to be new legends. We don't know who yet, Jay, but there will be new legends, absolutely. No worries, Sin. I'm just very happy you are here now. Who day, says BR. Is the Stadium Builder going to be on the PlayStation 4? No. Yes, it's still going to be on the PlayStation 5. I actually don't know about the Switch. I don't know about the Switch. Can we pick to only play against people on the Switch? I believe you either have cross-platform play on, so you can match up on the Switch, PlayStation, or Xbox, or you can turn it off, which means you only match up on whichever console you're playing on. So if you're playing on the Switch and you have cross-platform turned off, you will also only play on the Switch. For that, I believe it was Cougs who tweeted, we're gonna have so many easy 12-0 runs on the Switch. I would recommend to play this game like with your controller. I can put it together here rather quickly. I I'm going to get the game on the Switch. I want to play on the Switch. I will play it handheld. Odds are I will only play against the CPU, or maybe there won't be a handheld function. Maybe it will just be controller function, but I need to get a proper Switch controller because the shape of this just seems weird, so I will also have to purchase like a proper controller. But I am excited to play. But if you can play handheld or like this, I would probably recommend this, but I will be bopping on the CPU handheld 100%. It says under FAQ, no same creator on Twitch. Absolutely. We will get to the FAQs. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I mean, if it's not going to be on the Switch, I'm going to be playing in handheld mode, also considering you also have a Switch Lite. I would assume there'd be a handheld mode. It would only make sense. It would also increase their audience with the Switch Lite that has been available now for a couple of years. Absolutely. It is going to be incredible. OHTANI-san, how we doing, Tato? Has to be handheld for the mini, right? We shall see. There has to be a handheld mode. That would entirely kill any hype about it being on the Switch. I would agree 100%. There has to be a handheld mode. Absolutely. You're going to play on the Switch right now. Let's go, Sin. Moving on. I do wonder what the new difficulty settings are going to be, because we already have beginner, rookie, veteran, all-star, hall of fame, and legend. We already have 6 difficulties, and to add 2 more, I just hope by adding 2 more it doesn't become too convoluted or too overwhelming. Like, it already can be overwhelming for a new player to have to deal with all of those difficulties. To add 2 more, I am very curious about the explanation process, when or where those settings may or may not be apparent. I do think that's gonna need a little bit of explanation and a lot of TLC to explain to newer players who they want to cater to in this bullet point. So if they can execute it finally, I think it's a fantastic idea. Beginner too. You wish they put the MLB The Show on PlayStation Vita or Vista? That would be kind of interesting. Mega Legend and Ultra Legend. Excuse me. Oh my goodness, that is funny. Extreme difficulty. Oh my god, Tribal, don't even. With that being said, moving on to the next bullet point, playing March to October in your style with updated mode tools to utilize custom uniforms, logos, and created stadiums. So for those of you who like March to October, it looks like you'll be able to customize uniforms, logos, and created stadiums just like you would if you made your own franchise mode. Obviously, March to October is a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, impacted, very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a smaller version, a more... Y'all know what I'm trying to say here? Did someone say extreme? I am totally blanking on the word that I'm going for right now. I would like a steroid difficulty where it just amplifies my skill and I can tee off on the CPU. Yes, condensed. Thank you, Bunk. Like, March to October is a condensed version of franchise. So it makes sense that this is being added. In franchise, you can customize uniforms, logos, and created stadiums already. Now they're going to add it to the condensed version in March to October. And then lastly, live out your dream baseball. I love how the B in baseball is capitalized. I just think that's awesome. Live out your dream baseball matchups with new legends joining the Diamond. And we're going to get a legend cover on Wednesday, February 2nd. So we might know the first new legend in the matter of 48 hours, which is very exciting. Proper noun. How we doing, BF? Welcome on in. Bonds and Clemens, that would be great. Although, because they're also not a part of the MLB PA, they won't be a part of the game. But maybe one day. Maybe one day. And then lastly, we get into the next gen versions here. New Stadium Creator Editions. Build your dream ballpark with a streamlined user interface and enjoy night games in your stadium. So for those of us who have enjoyed the pleasure and luxury of creating our own stadiums on next gen consoles, you can only play in the daytime. And now we're getting the nighttime. And I can't wait to be watching my 7:10 p.m. Central Time White Sox starts and playing, you know, some night games on the Nintendo Switch. I can't even tell you how excited I am. Ted Williams, could you imagine? That'd be dope. You want Deion Sanders and Bo Jackson? How we doing? Oh my goodness, I have a train. Nintendo did leak it. Oh my goodness, we're trying to avoid spoilers, please, everybody. We are trying to avoid spoilers. If people find it on the Twitter, they find it on the Twitter. At least in my chats, I would like to remain spoiler-free, of course. We're gonna get pitch black diamonds. Oh my goodness. Is the show not like Madden where they approach the players instead of the Players Association? I believe it's both, Jay. You have to go through the Players Association as well as the players, 100%. With that being said, We have seamless, performance. Lose yourself in the moment with smooth, targeted 60 frames per second gameplay. And then this looks to be a big one. This looks to be new. 4K resolution. Experience the drama and excitement of game day in crisp, dynamic 4K resolution. Obviously, you need to have the appropriate compatibility. So I wonder by 4K resolution, I would assume it's only 30 frames per second. I know that contradicts the juxtaposed bullet point right above it with the target of 60 frames per second, but because this 60 frames per second was not coupled with the 4K resolution, I would believe 4K is still 30 frames per second, which it depends what you care about more, 4K at 30 frames per second or 30 frames per second or 1080p at 60. I prefer 1080p at 60. I don't have the equipment to get quite 4K. I could get 1440, but 1440, but we will see. EA and SDS should collab on Bo Jackson and Dion cards that you can improve across both games. Could you imagine? And then more features to be announced soon. I wonder if these will come as we get like those preceding live streams before the April 5th, before the game comes out. And then last but not least, on this page, you have all of the prices. So if it's on current gen, it is $59.99. If it's on next gen, it's going to be $69.99 for the base copy of the game. I would assume the Switch would be the $69.99. We can go check the pre-order page actually to see if the Switch is the $59 or $69.99. I would assume the Switch would be the more expensive. Absolutely. We can even see on Nintendo the standard edition. I'm actually not going to click on that just so none of my information pops up, but you can see it on this page. Absolutely, of course. Exactly, BTS. You have to get a specialized 4K monitor. Oh my, the lighting is going in and out over here. We're gonna be okay though. Do you think the Switch will be on its own server? No, it's cross-gen. It was confirmed in the stream. And then last but not least, why is everything red? Does it look red on you? Maybe I'm okay, no. The lighting had to refocus. We're good. The Switch price will probably tell you if Stadium Creator is on it. If the next gen price, it should be there. Stadium Creator is not on the Switch. But let me actually get to the FAQ page, because that's what we need. Yeah, okay. I was just making sure this has been for the first one. So here we are with the Nintendo Switch. I know my camera's kind of cutting off. Will the Nintendo Switch support cross saves? Yes. Will I need to download the game if I buy the cartridge? Yes, you always have to do that for games. Will I be able to play with my friends on other consoles? Yes, full crossplay is supported. Can I create a stadium on Nintendo Switch? No. I would assume because you can't create a stadium, then you will get the base price of the game and not the next gen. Exactly, Grizzy. Yo, what's up, Theo? How we doing today? Hope all is well. You have a 4K monitor? Okay, Grizzy, I see you. Can I play in created stadiums on Nintendo Switch? It will only be PlayStation 5 and Xbox. And then will it support cross progression? Yes. So like I was saying earlier, if you have a copy of the game on Xbox, PlayStation, and Switch, no matter which console you're currently playing on, it will keep everything and you won't have to start fresh on every single game. In my opinion, that is a huge, huge, huge win. And then last but not least, we can go through these. I can actually move my camera here so it's not in the way. Where should I put it? Just put it like right here. Yeah. Hi. All right, so what is the release date of the SHO 22? The release date is April 5th, 2022. I would assume, or at least like to predict, that there will be an early release for like the digital deluxe edition. I'm assuming details on that will be coming soon. So maybe hold off on your pre-orders until we get that digital deluxe announcement as soon as possibly on Wednesday when they announce the Legend cover. Absolutely. Playing versus the CPU with the 99 SHOHEI. He's 4 for 4. Wendy's with 4 homers. That's what I was going to do. T-Rad debut him in a quick CPU game, of course. How we doing? Easy. Welcome on in. Should you buy the standard for PlayStation 5? When all of the editions released, they'll have a page, and we'll go through it on stream once that happens. They'll have a page comparing and contrasting all the different versions of the game, which should help you answer that question for yourself. A Giants fan, absolutely. I'm doing very well, Easy. Thank you for asking. I would definitely recommend to wait until all the versions are announced, which should be, on Wednesday. So on which platforms will the SHO 22 be on? PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Xbox XS, PlayStation 5, and new to this year, Nintendo Switch. Can I use Stubs purchased on PlayStation on the other consoles? No. purchased stay locked. I'm assuming that's supposed to say purchases. Purchases stay locked to the platform they are purchased on. However, stubs earned throughout the game can be used on any console. So if you buy stubs from the Sony store, they only stay on your PlayStation. But say you win 1,000 stubs from completing moments, those 1,000 stubs will show up on any of the consoles. That is a very big question, and I'm very glad they answered it initially. And then, can I transfer my custom logos or stadiums from 21 to 22? Logos and stadiums that have been uploaded to the vault will automatically transfer. So if anything is not uploaded to the vault, there's usually a cutoff day. Make sure it's in. You know, that's gonna give me some time to really update the Jurassic bubble. I'm excited. I am excited. What's up, Clay? I kind of wish they would send PlayStation 4 and Xbox One out to pasture, heck, Switch 2, to be honest, so they could really unlock the power of the PlayStation 5 and Series XS consoles instead of having to develop for the lowest common denominator. You are not alone in that, Clay. Absolutely. Maybe we'll see it in the SHO 23. We aren't seeing it now still. I guess we kind of get it with Stadium mode, with Stadium Creator mode, but you say no lies. You say no lies. And then MLB The SHO 22 will have year-to-year saves. No, year-to-year saves will not be supported. That's back-to-back years that year-to-year saves will not be imported. Will not be imported to the next iteration of the game, which in my opinion sucks. Yeah, rip chat franchise for those of you over on Dude Food stream. Any person who has played franchise mode, I'm hoping that means they're really working to revamp the franchise mode so that very, very soon year-to-year saves will return. I do think that is one of the biggest disappointments. If there even is a disappointment, I would categorize this as a disappointment. Hopefully we'll get more information on franchise. Absolutely. You're ready for the day before Valentine's Day, the Super Bowl. It's so easy to get a PlayStation 5, right? It is not because of the supply chain, but a lot of people have Switches because guess what? When the PlayStations weren't on the shelves, when the Xboxes weren't on the shelves, the Switches, for the most part, were. So many people have Switches, and it's only going to expand the community and the population playing the show. So adding it to the Switch, especially this year, is really big. Like, for example, many of my friends have a Switch. All of my siblings have Switches. So, yeah, I will be finding a way to pre-order them copies of the game if I need to. Because we definitely need to get them on that. Thank you, Bunk, for taking care of Discord as well. You are a superhero. I missed the explanation on the Stubs transfer. Do you say it's the same? Did you say it's the same as Fortnite V-Bucks? If you buy on a console, you can only use them on that console. Correct. So if you buy stubs on a PlayStation, they stay on the PlayStation. If you buy them on the Xbox, they stay on the Xbox. However, Mason, if say you earn 1,000 stubs from just completing moments, those 1,000 stubs will show up across all of your platforms, across all your consoles. Obviously, if you spend them on one console, they won't show up. But say you have 0 stubs and then you bought 5,000 stubs on your PlayStation, and then you get your 1,000 stubs free from moments. Your Switch will have 1,000 stubs in the bank account, and then your PlayStation will have 6,000 stubs. But of course, if you spend those 1,000 stubs, they're not gonna show up. They're going to be taken from. Yeah, of course, Mason, I got you. Thank you for re-asking that, of course. Definitely buying my wife a copy for the Switch. Let's go, chowda. I'm gonna 1v1 my siblings, and I'm gonna crush them. Some might call that an unfair advantage because I've been playing for 2 years, but I'll play it on the Switch against them. I'll still crush them. I'm the youngest, okay? I have to prove something. Couple more here. How do I link my account for cross progression? Just create an MLB The SHO account, link here. They don't have the link here. I think somebody was supposed to add the link here, and they didn't add the link here. It happens. And link all your primary PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, and Nintendo Online accounts. I'm not going to do it on stream just in case any like personal information shows up, but I will be linking my Nintendo account to my MLB The SHO account. I would encourage you all to do the same. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask in Discord in the MLB The SHO channel. I will probably do this pretty quickly after ending stream today, so if you have any questions, myself or anybody else who has already linked the accounts will be more than happy to answer. What if you can just tap the screen to swing at pitches on the Switch instead of PCI? That is like hardcore mouse and keyboard right there. I don't know. Am I older than my twin? I'm the youngest in the family. My sister is older than me by 6 minutes. Pretty wild. So I'm the baby in the family, and I take great pride in that. Exactly, Mason, exactly. A couple more here, but before we do that, Uzuma, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. Is Sounds of the Show in MLB The Show 22. Sounds of the Show, let me scroll this up a little bit, is only available on PlayStation 4 consoles. There you go, old gen. On all other consoles, players will have 3 slots to set the walk-up music, 1 slot to set the home run celebration, 3 slots for pitcher entry music. Players will not be able to upload your own music on PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X or S, and Nintendo Switch. I am a twin Ecuador. It is very, very cool. You might be the youngest, but you're also the smartest and have the most online friends, so who really has the advantage? Oh, I let them know that. And then how do I get Twitch drops? Twitch drops requires your Twitch profile to link to your MLB The Show account. Click here to learn a lot more. Again, no link to click here yet. I'm sure that's going to be added soon. But when you're connecting your Switch account to your MLB The Show account, make sure your Twitch account is also connected to your MLB The Show account. So try saying MLB The Show account, Twitch account, and Switch account. Especially Twitch Switch. Twitch Switch. Twitch Switch. That's gonna be a warm-up. I can see it. Is my sister in sports like myself? Of all 4 of us, I'm one of 4. I have 2 older brothers and my older twin sister. I'm the biggest sports fan, but all of us do enjoy sports to at least some capacity, but I am definitely the biggest. I agree, Nick. Yo, what's up, Zach? Enjoy the PC. So we have covered everything on the FAQ, and then everything under the top features next gen when we click into more about the show. So we go back one more tab. We just went to game features. After game features, we went to the FAQ. And that's MLB The Show 22 for everybody. Does anybody have any questions, thoughts, opinions before I get right back into some MLB The Show 21 gameplay? We will be getting some gameplay very, very soon. But any other questions, thoughts, or concerns? Other than, like, look at this. A little behind the scenes for Shohei Ohtani, which is so really cool. You like it so far? I agree. Can it be April 5th now, right? Will we get a 99 Ramon card in 22? No. Because Ramon without the E at the end doesn't exist. But 99 Ramon with the E at the end, I hope so. That'd be kind of cool. I can't even get my PC to go to Twitch instead of Twitter. Definitely can't say any of those. Oh my goodness. Who's my Super Bowl pick? The Rams. Yo, how we doing, Jess? Hope all is well. And then right before we get into it, I did want to go to Twitter real quick. We're just going to the show. We're just going to the show Twitter. I know other accounts have tweeted other things. I'm just staying on the show Twitter. I will avoid any and all spoilers. Let me just move this up a little bit. Okay, so then here, of course, is the trailer. I'm actually going to pause it just so I can upload this to YouTube as a VOD. Obviously, we have It's Ohtani time. You get the nice little snippet trailer. It's available April 5th, PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, the new Xboxes, the old Xbox, and of course, the Nintendo Switch for the first time ever. I agree, Beaver. I'm very much looking forward to night games. Then, of course, all the retweets from SportsCenter, MLB Gaming, Cut 4, definitely emphasizing new on the Nintendo Switch, MLB Gaming once again, and all of the news. All of the news. With that being said, let's make our way on to MLB The Show 21, because there's one more thing we have to do before we get into gameplay. And if you all head on over to the shop, you go to buy packs, and you see the first pack that's listed right here, Shohei Ohtani, redeem for free. And you will unlock the 99 finest Shohei Ohtani, who is maxed out in both power departments. Without further ado, we are buying this pack. We're gonna go open it. And oh, it's a diamond. I wonder who that is. This is so cool. Come on, Shohei. Shohei Ohtani, your MLB The Show 22 cover athlete, and his 99 finest card in The Show 21. It comes out April 5th on Xbox, PlayStation, and new this year, the Nintendo Switch. I am so excited. Y'all want to go play with this card? I think we should go play with this card now. We spent the first 47 minutes of stream going through the show website, going through their Twitter accounts, and then of course, your free 99 finest Shohei Ohtani card. And once more, those are incredible stats. Those are incredible stats. We do have a BR run. I don't believe we're gonna get to it a lot today. I really want to try out the Shohei Ohtani card. I will debut him in ranked seasons. I will probably play ranked seasons on Saturday, do some BR runs on Wednesday. Of course, Friday is friendlies. This Friday is going to be toxic friendlies, which is going to be fun. I do not have Pokemon Arceus yet. When he has secondary pitching, but you can't use it. You probably have to use it, like, use him out of the bullpen. I wonder because of that, but that is very, very exciting. Hey, _Sand22 just got Shohei Ohtani from Redeem Shohei Ohtani. Oh, I got you. I got you. I need to add him to the team, at the very least to the bench. And I don't know who to take out for him. I guess I'll have to take out Mickey Mantle. But, I don't know if I quite like that decision. Oh, does he show up as a pitcher? I want to make sure I don't pass him. I don't know if he'll show up as like a bench star or like a pitching star. Nope, he shows up to be on the bench. That's just incredible. Will I keep streaming after graduating? Of course. Oh, we're just getting started, Ritz. I will not be ending for a very long time, if not never. As long as you all keep watching, I'm gonna keep streaming. Now the question is, which of the 1,000 positions do you play him in? You got a shiny? Let's go. Yo, thank you, Ritz. I really appreciate that. Jay Kuhn, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Sam Squad. Are you a fan of John Kuhn, former Packers fullback? Big fan of him. I have a good memory. Ashley said on Saturday that's a reminder to warm up before BR run. Warm up, Ashley. I appreciate you, Evil Monkey. I will say, I do want to play a quick CPU game with Shohei Ohtani. And then I might just save the BR runs for Wednesday and then maybe knock out the Conquest Day. What do you all want to see? We are going to get a Ranked Seasons debut. That will most likely be at the end of the week. I'm way too excited today to focus on Ranked Seasons. And the new season starts tonight. So there's probably a lot of sweats out right now. I did a hydrate. I got you, Bunk. I did an extra long hydrate for you. Conquest? Conquest so we can see more finest Ohtani. Okay, we can do some Conquest. So, we gotta start him, right? There's no way we're gonna keep him on the bench. So who do we take out for him? So Mickey Mantle. Some of these guys have been struggling a little bit as of late, not gonna lie. My pleasure, Nick. I hope everything is going okay, of course. You and your friend have about 120 packs and only got like 5 diamonds. Similarly, we had a big pack opening on Saturday. I only got 4 diamonds. Had I done a prediction, the under would have won. Use him as a pinch hitter so we can have him pitch. Can I put him in the starting rotation as well? You cannot. So this is his all-star card unless I missed him. You cannot put him in the starting rotation. So he has to come out of the bullpen, I would assume. Interesting. That is very interesting, but we will get him in the game. Alex with the raid. Yo, Alex, thank you so much. How was the stream? Welcome on in. We're just getting ready to debut that Shohei Ohtani card. What's up, Ty? Thank you for the shout out, Bunk. What I do is play a home game, have the pitcher bat third, and then pinch hit with Ohtani. Oh, okay. I see you. You got to pinch hit with him, keep him up to let him in. Keep him in to let him pitch. Okay, so I guess we'll start him on the bench, Shohei Ohtani. We'll do a couple games where he starts on the bench. He'll come in as a pinch hitter. And then we'll do some games where he starts in the outfield. I think that's great. Yo, what's up, Alex? Thank you once more for the raid. I really appreciate that. How was stream today? Are we excited about the show 22? Because I definitely am. Without further ado, let's go play the new Conquest map. And I say new very loosely. It came out a couple of weeks ago. I just hadn't got into it. And I'll try out the Shohei Ohtani. We'll do the 11th inning cookies map. And I'm really excited. Because with the home game, the pitcher's at the top, so that allows you to pinch hit at the top of the inning. Gotcha. Yo, what's up, Trevor? Welcome on in. We do have to steal 4 million fans. We'll do that probably once we take over the Brewers. Let me hide my camera here real quick. We're gonna head toward the Brewers and kind of take care of business over here, and then eventually steal those fans and go from there. I'm very excited. I really want this Shohei card to do really, really well. We're just going to play an all-star today, keep it really, really easy, and hopefully hit a whole bunch of bombs. Ooh, a cookie map. Now I'm getting hungry. I did have a couple Chips Ahoy Chewy cookies before stream today. They were quite enjoyable. We're going to start Corbin Burns. I really want to P5 this card. Absolutely. Ashley, I'm playing too much Pokemon. It's so much fun. You can never play too much Pokemon. I'm very glad you're having a good time with it, Evo Monkey. Thank you so much for that, Red Sox guy. If you're going to do a conquest and you probably want to have the pitcher bat fourth, assuming you strike out with all three in the first inning. You're right. I forgot to adjust the lineup, RJ. I'll get that for next time. Or we'll just batter on the lineup, batter on the order. Yo, what's up, DM Neos? Double Chunk is goated. How's it going? We're pumped. We spent like the first hour of stream just digesting and going through all of the content on the show's website. And now we're finally playing a game. We're going to try to finish the Conquest map with that new 99 finest Shohei Ohtani on our team, in our lineup. Trey Turner just underneath that fastball, unfortunately. I took a nap instead of lunch. Naps do not substitute for lunches. They either, sorry, like my jeans have like written up. Naps either, what's the word I'm looking for? Naps are precursors to lunch. There we go, there we go. You bake cookies and you love it? That is so cool, Wise. Okay, so did I just test? I just did a test on play versus CPU. I put Ohtani in leadoff and then did a defensive substitution and put Ohtani on the mound, and it worked seamlessly, but I'm also up 25 runs. That is incredible. Ken Griffey Jr. Come on, Ken Griffey Jr. We're trying to get to Shohei Ohtani here very, very quickly. Sounds good, Ty. Yo, what's up, Vinny? Great Rangers game at Madison Square Garden. I'm very glad you enjoyed. Rangers won with 33 seconds left. I hope you are well. Go, Miller. I am doing very well, and sounds like you are too. Welcome on in today. At least your neck is feeling much better now. Just hate your weekend. You were feeling in pain on Saturday and recovering on Sunday. I'm sorry to hear about the pain, Phil. Very glad, though, that it looks to be almost gone, if not entirely gone. Cookie, says Angel and Cookie Monster. Is Angel Cookie Monster? I have questions if you are. Hey, what's up, Savannah? I'm gonna need control freaks for my Switch Lite now. Must master the pinpoint pitching there soon. Do you want a 1v1? I'm so excited for this. PlayStation 5 is my love and joy, and I'm gonna be playing 99% of it on the PlayStation, but oh, I'm gonna get a whole, maybe not even 99%, but I'm gonna get a lot of time on my Switch for sure. Hey, late lunch is better than no lunch, 100%. Who will be the first team to throw a no-hitter this upcoming season? I like that question, Seeker. The White Sox on opening day. Lucas Giolito's gonna be our starter, and he's gonna throw a no-hitter. Y'all like how optimistic I am? BR Warrior on the Switch? Oh, I'm gonna be very tempted to play BR the first week this game comes out on the Switch. I think you have to. Not gonna lie. Did Shohei get out? He has not been brought in yet. So excited it came to the Switch. Absolutely. I will be getting 2 copies, one on the PlayStation and one on the Switch. What's up, Uncle John? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. I tried to combine Uncle and John and almost came out as Junkle. It happens. Joe Burrow. Big dub at Arrowhead for Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. Spencer Howard for Texas, one of the first no. What's up, twins? Welcome on in. Yo, I appreciate you being here, John. Welcome. Just playing some Conquest, keeping it pretty chill on the gameplay, as we have so much non-chill when it comes to all of the MLB The Show 22 news. We will be debuting Shohei Ohtani in just a quick moment, which I'm super pumped about. You're gonna be a Bengals fan for 2 more weeks. Gotcha. Ashley's gonna be throwing a perfect game while in class. Bet. What if I did that? I move my seat for the day and I just sit at the very back of class and just throw a perfect game. Day. Give us Super Mario. Pokemon, Metroid, Legend of Zelda uniforms for MLB The Show exclusively for the Switch. I do like that, Angel. I like that a lot. Mii's for Road to the Show. Angel, I think you're onto something. Yo, maybe. I'm not gonna say no. That's a good idea. I mean, obviously, the graphics are different. I'm too excited to play this game. I would not say no to that. That would be very interesting. Guess we know how Ash feels about Howard, laughing at my prediction. Yes. To be fair, when you said Spencer Howard, I was thinking Ryan Howard. All right, Mookie Betts. Get over Avi's head. Yes, it will. We're gonna get a triple. Exclusive 99 Mario Kart on the Switch. That'd be pretty cool. Absolutely. Right, Jess? Best thing would be grinding out all the moments on the Switch because it's just fun, mindless grinding. Honestly, like right before bed, grinding out the moments. I'm gonna get behind that 100%. Glad to hear that, Red Sox guy. Hopefully we'll be able to get to Shohei Ohtani this inning. And as we keep the hitting up, that should be more and more possible. Wii Sports Baseball was weird enough. Me's in the show, just no. Let us use GameCube controllers, preferably for Switch. Good old Mario Superstar Baseball vibes. You can get a GameCube Switch controller. Let me actually look it up real quick. I lost my screen. I believe they were, what's the word I'm looking for? Sold out. Switch GameCube controller. But they did have one. I don't know if they're sold out and they're just waiting for a restock. So according to GameStop, that's the first link that popped up. They do have it. Oh my god, it's on sale. Oh. Hold on, let me show you real quick. Let me show you real quick. Hold on, I'm losing my tabs here. Let me switch to, look. It's on sale for $39 on GameStop. If you want to get, I'm sure it could be cheaper on Amazon. This is just the first tab that came up. If you want to get a GameCube controller for the Switch, now's the time. You're gonna save $17. You have that error? Let you switch tabs? Hey, you know I love puns. I cried when McPherson made the field goal in OT yesterday. A lifelong Bengals fan who has faced a lifetime disappointment to see them go to the Super Bowl when they weren't supposed to. It still hasn't sunk in. Enjoy it. Hey, Ashley, did you know that if you pre-order Switch, you get 99 overall Mario, Luigi, Bowser, and Donkey Kong? I did not. Like the Switch version of the game? That's something to look into, of course. You missed the GameCube days? Me too. All right, so let me switch back to my gameplay screen and switch my HDMI and my monitor. I thought I accidentally turned my monitor off. I know you all saw the gameplay, but my screen was black for a good like 10 seconds and I was scared I broke something. The left analog stick for the PCI and C stick for pure analog pinpoint pitching. Right. You already have the GameCube controller? I don't have. The only controller I have are the two like nunchucks, I guess you can say, that then like combine to make a controller with this thing. I will be purchasing a proper controller. Maybe I will be purchasing the GameCube controller. I really want to get the Nintendo 64 controller. That was my childhood, the N64. Max Keller is doing his top 5 athletes of all time right now, and it's awful. I can't say I know who Max Keller is, but I'm sorry to hear that it's awful. I need the Pro controller for the Switch. It would be $50 instead of the $80 I'm spending for Joy-Cons. Do need a bigger case for the controllers. Exactly, the Joy-Cons is the word. I too will be purchasing a Pro controller. I do enjoy the Joy-Cons, but for the show, I want to get a Pro controller. Seeker with the hydrate. Oh, the GameCube days, the nostalgia, right? Can they really be called nunchucks without the annoying cable between the two? That is a good point. Hey, that cable had its purpose. Oh, okay. We're gonna score in that very hard hit single. Don't forget to pinch it with Ohtani. Oh, I got you, RJ. I got you. Y'all ready for Shohei Ohtani's debut? I'm excited. I'm gonna mess this up so badly right now, but I'm still so excited. Come on, Shohei! 2-on against Brandon Woodruff. The 99 finest Shohei Ohtani. Oh, and he singles right up the middle for an RBI single. Let's freaking go. Yasmani Grandal is gonna ruin the moment. He's gonna ruin the moment. He's so slow, but welcome to the show, Shohei Ohtani. Welcome to the Chicago Bubblegum. It is showtime. I see that Hydrate Defy. I see you.
That got him.
Very, very exciting. That cable built character. Ooh, good to know, DM Neos. A for normal swing and B for power swing. What would the bunting or contact button be, though? Probably X and Y, Angel. Oh, you're talking about the GameCube controller, I'm assuming. Keep the line moving, everybody. We are bopping on the CPU. Oh wait, there's only one trigger with the Z button. We still get the 2 bumper buttons though, 100%. I seem to have run into an immovable object on my way to make lunch. Sleepy kitten on my lap. That's a good point. You can never disturb the sleepy kittens. So you shouldn't. That means you have to stay there. That means you have to have somebody bring lunch to you. We are all about the home run. Ken Griffey Jr. hypes it all up. Ashley, we have some sad news. Addition to the FAQ. What's the sad news? Whoa. What is it, T-Rat? Who's doing the Ohtani P5 grind? How many people are gonna get that card P5 right before the show 22 comes out? I might try to. I might try to. We've already put up a 7 spot in this inning. Most of the runs coming on 2 outs. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Account 02.
I think I know what you're referring to. What are we referring to? Did I miss a message? Hit ball far. You got it, Z. People already have in P1. Oh, I'm sure people will have in P5 in the next 48 hours. So before there was the question, will logos and stadiums transfer? And it was yes. Uh-oh. And now they added, will stadiums transfer? Answer, no. Stadiums will not transfer. You know what? I'm not mad about that because that will give me a chance to start from the ground up on a new Jurassic Bubble Stadium that will actually be 100% completed this time. Though that is quite unfortunate. Yeah, I know. We're keeping Shohei OHTANI to pitch in this game. Y'all thought I was gonna bring in a bullpen arm on accident, didn't ya? Didn't ya? You're kind of nervous for the Switch release. How so, Angel? Talk to me about it. What are you nervous about?
That's outside.
Positive vibes only. Will DoorDash deliver to my second floor office? I live alone. No one to make me food. Yes. Tell them to come right up. 100%. Tell them that Mookie will meet them at the door. Crossplay gonna be so trippy. What's up, Jackie? There's definitely gonna... They have to emphasize and prioritize servers. 100%. But I'm very excited to try it out on the Switch. And I hope it goes well. But buying a Switch to pop on the noobs. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, Jackie. PlayStation 5 is my main console. But I will be playing a lot on the Switch. And I think I'm gonna play BR week 1, if not day 1. Cover is very cool, Peter. How we doing today? Break the window, go up the stairs, be quiet as to not disturb the fluff ball. The floof ball. Correct. Dedicated servers, please. I built a stadium at my friend's house. It was fire, but it looks so cool, and you don't even get to use it. I'm sorry to hear that. Has your friend used it at least? I want it on my Switch, but I don't want to buy 2 different versions of the game. That is understandable. I will not fall through there, of course. Actually gonna make World Series on the Switch. I'm gonna make World Series on the PlayStation and the Switch.
Ball inside.
Dang, are y'all gonna clip that and use that against me now? Usually Switch versions across platform games aren't very good, but I hope the show is good. For, like I did this game, I'm going to be turning off cross-platform. So when I'm on the Switch, I'll also be playing Switch people, so we'll see how that goes. I might be pre-ordering in the next couple of minutes. All I will say, Tato, is wait, just in case you want to check out the, like, Digital Deluxe Edition, and the Legend Edition of the game that should be announced on Wednesday. And for any of you who want to pre-order, I would personally recommend to wait till Wednesday, and then go after it. Great, got my D23 tickets going 2 days. On day, going to Universal Studios on day 1. Let's go, Peter. Yeah, no worries, Tato. Obviously, if you know you just want the standard normal edition, you go for it. But just in case, that is a perfect foul ball. You see how it changed at the bottom again? It had perfect, and then it went to late.
Hey.
I'm looking forward to getting this for my dad. He saw me playing 21 and once this year, so I'm getting it for him. And then mercy rule him. Coach Long. I right before stream, I tweeted and I texted my siblings, my 2 brothers and my sister. I'm like, I will find a way to purchase these games for you, and I will be 1v1ing each and every one of you and crushing you. I didn't say the crushing part, but like, they know it's implied. Meet one of the days. Gotcha, Peter. Gotcha. 2 things I hope they fix: servers and the hitting engine. I would agree with that. I'm pumped. I remember when Sonic Colors Ultimate was released for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One. It played smoothly. On the 5 and Xbox Series XS, it was decent enough. The Switch version was unplayable, even using the dock. Interesting. Crazy stuff. I think there was a comment there that I just missed, and I tried to find it. Yep, Emily the Show on Switch, 4K quality, Fortnite on Switch, 180p at FPS. I am very pumped about all of this. Streaming the family tournament? Oh, you know we will. Absolutely. Nice, my dad killed me on Tecmo Bowl when I was a kid. He's got it coming. Hey, revenge. Let's get it. You know, it's gonna be Fam Squad, Sand Squad, or Sand Squad, Fam Squad. And I'm gonna be 1v1ing all of my siblings. It's gonna be really fun. Yo, what's up, Giants fan? Yes, the Xbox version of the game is going to be on the Game Pass for the 2nd consecutive year, which is a huge W for those of you on the Xbox and who also have the Game Pass. Shohei Ohtani's now 1 for 2. Poor Gorilla Matt. I was over on the Xbox Wire site and watched the video for the show 22, and at the end says play day 1 with the Game Pass. Yes, exactly. I also need a new PlayStation 4 controller. My left trigger sometimes registers without me touching it. I would definitely recommend that, Tato, for sure. We're gonna keep Shohei Ohtani on the mound here. He's just gonna keep doing his thing. As we bop on the CPU. Makes me wonder if they do 3 days early. Could you pre-order on Game Pass or so and play it 3 days early as well? I do remember Game Pass came out when the standard version came out. Only the like Jackie Robinson covers came out a couple days early. And the Game Pass was not released early. I don't think that will change this year, but it's something to look at, absolutely. Oh, what's up, Kid Ka? Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. Hey, Kalume. Hope all is well. Let's see who the collection edition is. Yes, we're gonna find out on February 2nd. That is this Wednesday. So we shall see what happens. That's a big strikeout. I think I need to order a pink PlayStation 5 controller before 22. For the Chicago Bubblegum, I feel like I should get a pink and a blue PlayStation 5 controller. Just for the Chicago Bubblegum. Nah, that'd be so expensive. I'm the person who only used one PlayStation 4 controller for the entirety that I've had a PlayStation 4.
Oh, that's off the plate.
Where'd it go? This PlayStation 4 controller came with my PlayStation 4 back in 2018. Same one, the very first PlayStation 4 controller and the only PlayStation 4 controller I've owned. I'm hoping that stays the same with PlayStation 5. Yo, Corrupt Snake with the 100 bits. Thank you so much. Happy Monday. Hope you have a great start to the week. I absolutely am. I hope you are too. Sounds good, amen. We're just bopping on the CPU with the new 99 Shohei Ohtani card, which I'm super pumped about. The collector's edition should feature a famous baseball card industry figure. Hold on, Mason. It's about to be GG's here in 2 seconds. GG's. I.e. owner of the $6.6 million Hannes Wagner. I'm definitely getting D-Fire a pink and myself a purple soon because of how great they look. They look so fire. So fire. I got my PlayStation 4 in 2014. Controller lasted into the end of 2020. Left analog gave out. Yo, 6 years though? That is awesome, Paul. And let's keep bopping, shall we? Who do I think will be the collector's edition? I do think it's gonna be Derek Jeter. They teased it all throughout. The lighting's off. They teased it all throughout the show 21. It's going to be announced on February 2nd. That is my personal prediction. Today's going well. Unfortunately, yesterday I had to watch my Niners lose. GG's though, Snake. That was definitely a tough one for Niners fans. Not gonna lie there. I am concerned for the Switch release. The issue is on handheld. You can only expect 30 frames per second, which would be much slower playing on Major League Ballpark, especially playing online if the online feature will appear for MLB 22 Switch. Good point. 22, gotta be. I agree. All right, we need to steal 4 million fans. Might as well do that now. Let me just fill in the spot over here. I'll hide my camera real quick so you can see what we're currently working on. And as we do that, we will then move on to the Steel Fans game. So I'm gonna put my camera back on so that you can kind of see where we were. We're probably gonna Steel Fans against the Diamondbacks, because why not? All right, Steel Fans would steal 4 million. I believe that's gonna be a Hall of Fame game. No problem at all. Diamondbacks, Hall of Fame. Let's go win ourselves a game and continue debuting Shohei Ohtani. And get as many parallel stats as possible. We're going to start Corbin Burns. We are going to bring in Shohei Ohtani as a pinch hitter. And then eventually a reliever for Corbin Burns. Wait, do I not play enough? I've never had a controller go out on me. All the way back to my original Xbox. I think I'm the same way, Mason. We always had multiple controllers though, because I was one of 4 growing up. But they always worked. I think I'm gonna keep the pitcher where it is, RJ, because if I get on base, at least just one runner on base in the top of the inning, I won't be able to take the pitcher out for a pinch hitter because the pitcher hasn't pitched. Unless I just go 1, 2, 3 in the first. But I appreciate the reminder. But I think I'm gonna keep him 9th. I guess if anything, I could at least bring them up to like 6th or 7th. Dang it, I was too slow to react there. That might get out though. Come on, get out. No. If the Switch releases like 2K and FIFA and WWE after launch offline-wise, bad frame rate droppage issues, color distortion, slowdown consistency, and jagged, line flickering, other glitches, I would be extremely disappointed. I wouldn't blame you for that, Angel. Come on, stretch. That was a tad too early. Don't stay in the ballpark. It won't, Ken Griffey Jr. True, RJ. Exactly. 6 will get you to the second inning. I've broken one controller in my life. It was the unfortunate victim of abject rage after a no call in the ACC tournament semifinal in 2012. I forgive you for that, Nick. How is the show going to work on the Switch? That's very general. I would assume it works very similarly to how it works on console. Anything specific that you have, Yankees? And I'm also sure we'll find out more news as we get closer to the release dates. Thank you, Peter. Yes, get the revenge for us, please. All right, now we'll bring in Shohei as a pinch hitter
Ball, that's
in the bottom or the top of the second. We should be able to bat to him. Joy-Cons are not known for having smooth joysticks, for sure. So they're telling me I can destroy new players and get fit at the same time? Say no more. Exactly, Alex. Exactly. I'm very excited for all that we're going to be able to do on stream as well. A lot of content to plan that I'm very excited to plan, of course. So we're just 2 months out. That is so exciting. So we'll wrap up Friendly Fridays. You know, that is now a limited number since we have a release date for the show. We will have our first Toxic Friendly Friday this upcoming Friday. I still need to put together my team, and I'm excited. If they did it like the Bigs, I would buy a Switch. That would be so much fun. How was the Bigs? I had not played. People are gonna have a problem and such. Remember last year when they had Xbox for the first time, and they were smoothing out problems throughout the year. It will be the same for the Switch, and they'll have smooth problems out during the year. I agree 100%, Phil. Luckily, they have the knowledge of the Xbox. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna destroy noobs on the Switch while I'm running on the treadmill. Literal sweat. Oh my god. That is incredible, RJ. And yes, we need that. And there's a small matter of actually graduating a month after release. Yes. I graduate just over a month after release. I graduate on May 7th, the first Saturday in May. Oh yes, stick drifting. The biggest complaint while playing on the Switch. I'm worried about that too. Absolutely. What is the date again? I forgot. April 5th is the release. April 5th. Loved it. Had both 1 and 2. Threw out my shoulder playing it a few times. Okay, okay. Hopefully your shoulder's okay, of course. With all those okays. Way too early on that fastball. Coming out 8 days after your birthday. There we go. I just hope franchise is a lot better since that's all you're going to be doing on the Switch. I don't think it's going to be a lot better. But I'm hoping we'll get some foundation built for future iterations of the show. Because you're right, it's a perfect mode to play on the Switch. T-Red brought it up perfectly. Moments are going to be so nice to play on the Switch. Just chill in bed, do a couple of moments, you know. Lego Star Wars and MLB The Show on the same day. Oh, Lego Star Wars also comes out on the 5th. Oh my goodness. Got some competition. That's basically your free time after college classes. I feel ya, Angel. Finish the showdown and you got Kershaw? Let's go. My body is very broken for as young as I still am, but the permanent shoulder damage wasn't from that. Feel better soon. Get yourself some doctors and chiropractors, maybe. Yo, Jess with the raid. Let's go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope all went well. Didn't know you were streaming. You were just in chat a little bit ago. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for that raid shout out, Bunk. I appreciate that. What were we working on? Yo, what's up, Tendies? How we doing today? Same week Sonic 2 will come out? Ooh, a lot of games, a lot of competition. Love that. And we should get to Shohei in... Dang it, Luke Gehrig, in this inning. I think it will work similar to the way the PS Vita used to work. Options are there, modes are there, but a lot of the time it was used for more offline than it was online. I think they were hoping to put it on the Switch last year, but spent the last year smoothing out the edges. I agree. Do I expect a flawless Switch game? No. And if you think that it will be comparable to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series XS, you're gonna be disappointed. Abso-freaking-lutely. I agree. We did physical therapy for a bit. I finally have a full range of motion again. All right, there we go, Mason. That's a lot of hype. P5 grinding. There we go. Movie you meant? Yesterday was a crazy day of football. It absolutely was. We just have to avoid the double play here, and then Shohei Ohtani will come into the game. It's gonna be announced, but Shohei Ohtani is coming in once again. It's going amazingly Skatanic. How is your day going today? If the Switch version is anything like the Xbox last gen, then you'll be a happy camper. WWE 2K22 comes out in March. Well, that's exciting. All right, this is the new 99 finest Shohei Ohtani. He will be pitching after this inning. Let's see if we can drive in some runs first. His first homer would be nice, of course. Your day is going great. I love that for you, Skatanic. 99 finest Shohei Ohtani. 2 runners on base. Can he homer? Dang it! I overswung. The ball was there. That's the homer. That's the homer. To the bottom of the second, we go scoreless. And we are going to keep Shohei Ohtani on the mound, of course. LA beating San Francisco in the playoffs again. Hee, says Alex. I wonder where we saw that happen before. Maybe the NLDS? Dun, dun, dun. I finally took off all the keys to stuff I don't use anymore. I don't have gender keys anymore. Hey, that's one of those things that you always like mean to do, but you never get around to doing, but it makes your life easier once you do that. So I'm very happy for you. I'm glad that's all taken care of. Here, SDS, take my money, says Red Sox guy. Shaking my head at the Dodgers fans who rooted for the 49ers. Which version of the game are you gonna get, Red Sox guy? I believe you are on Xbox, if I'm not mistaken. Gonna stay on Xbox, maybe branch out to another console if you're able to. I'm pumped to try this on the Switch. Again, PlayStation 5, that's my main console. We'll do majority PlayStation 5 streams, but I would assume at least like once a week maybe, get like a Switch stream in there. Even though I really want to play it handheld, and you can't really stream handheld. Who would have thought the Bengals going to the Super Bowl? I don't even think Bengals fans thought it, but they better believe it because they are there. I'm hanging a lot of sliders right now. People complaining of new Pokemon game graphics. However, they specifically said Switch games are marketed as playable. 1 second, Evil Monkey. And not playable everywhere and not exactly a PS or Xbox graphic, PlayStation that is. I wouldn't be expecting a great graphic for the show on Switch. I agree 100%. I'm very excited to play RCS. I need to get that soon. I am shocked you don't have a custom White Sox controller. I don't even think I would know where to like get one. I'm sure you'd probably go to like a PlayStation 5 artist.
2 balls, no strikes.
I would be afraid that like my sweaty hands would wipe off any and all of the design. Do you think the collector's edition will go on sale on Wednesday like the regular did today? I would predict that, yes, Coach Long. If not, at some point this week.
Nope, that's inside.
It will come out Wednesday, though. I would probably get the Switch version and just pay the $15 per month for Xbox Game Pass so I can use the cloud gaming, play the next gen on PC with the cloud gaming. No, there we go, RJ. Big brain move right there. No, why did you fall? I was busy with the Stream Deck.
2 bases.
Well, we gotta make sure we don't let this game get tied. That was embarrassing on my part. Please forgive me there. Yo, what's up, Kova? Welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. Glad to hear you're a big fan. Welcome on in.
Count is 2.
Gotcha, Coach Line. Yes, I would believe you're assuming correctly. Because that's what I would also predict and assume. 100%.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
I keep hanging every single pitch. It's a perfect throw home. We should cut off the runner at home. Get him!
Take.
What? Is this... What? Shohei, we can't hang those pitches. It's the CPU. I'm happy with my current Switch. I don't need an amazing graphic, so I'm not planning on buying the Switch OLED. Yeah, I don't plan on purchasing that either. All right, well... We have to retake the lead in this ball game. That's a big F. I bought the Jackie edition last year, minus the hat and all. Can't wait to get the Legend edition again this year, 100%. I'm doing really well, Sportaneous. How are you doing today? 1 year, Target gave team-specific controller skins with a pre-order of the show. Yo, that's dope. We have some work to do. Work sounds good, Tendies. Could be better. Hopefully it becomes better very, very soon. Wow. Maybe I need to warm up the bullpen just in case Shohei needs some help. The plan is not to go into the bullpen though. Let him handle this, of course. Yo, I got you, Valencia. I will check ASAP after stream. Just mad about the Niners game. I don't blame you. If I was a Niners fan, I would be incredibly upset. 100% birds. This outing went into Spain without the A spin. That was yesterday. That was yesterday. Did they lose again today? No, I'm kidding. I know. No worries, Sphere. Today is a new day. I like that perspective. Today is a new day where we are celebrating Shohei Ohtani, Ben's birthday, my brother's birthday, and just a wonderful Monday. It's 33 degrees outside. It's going to snow a lot the next couple of days. Okay. I might have a snow day on Wednesday. It's supposed to snow a lot, but like the president of my university rarely gives us snow days. I am crossing my fingers for Wednesday. And then if I do have a snow day on Wednesday and we also don't have classes on Zoom, maybe I will extend stream. We'll start stream like an hour earlier, maybe. I think that'd be pretty cool. Yes, Valencia. What's up, Benny? My day's going really well. Thank you for asking. How's yours? The big 3-0. Ashley for president of her university, bet. Today is the Chinese New Year's Eve. Well, that's exciting. I ordered the Jackie Robinson edition before 21 released, says Angel. And did anyone have to buy PlayStation and Xbox versions together, or just one and transferable to a different party console? You'll have to buy each game separately, Angel. You'd like to see that happen? Me too. Can we not lose to the Diamondbacks, please? Okay, we aren't. We aren't. Ken Griffey Jr., back-to-back homers. Let's freaking go. Ken Griffey Jr., he came to play today. That's his third homer on the day. Okay, Ken, I see you, kid. It's 66 here. I am jealous. Bamba. You know we're not losing against the Diamondbacks. So let's take the lead here and then close it out. Oh my god, I missed another changeup that was so hittable. All right, we gotta force this one to extras, folks. Yo, what's up, little mama? Welcome on in. Let the kid play. Let the kids play. Remember that initiative? That was a great. Hope they can continue that. Gotcha, Angel. Yeah, you will have to buy them separately.
Nope.
All right, Shohei, this is all on you. Bridge us to extras, please. I'm having a very hard time with his control. I kind of want to relook into his stats. Maybe because I haven't really pitched with Shohei cards as often. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. No. There we go. He has an 86 control. I guess that kind of makes sense. Okay. If you bought the PlayStation 4 version, but the new gen Xbox and that console's version, yes, you have to pay for both, but the progress will stay as long as you connect it to your SHO account. Yes. Thank you for that explanation, T-Rad. Very well said. Go Mookie. One day I hope they do it where you buy one version of the game, you get the other version cheaper than if you bought it separately. It would be nice if you bought one version to get like a discount on the subsequent versions. I agree 100%. 100%. Alejandro, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. I hope you're enjoying your Monday. I keep hanging pictures with Shohei.
Oh.
You share a birthday with one of the best baseball players and you're so here for it? Yo, who do you share a birthday with, Silva? And what day is it? Is it today? If so, happy birthday. If not, happy early or belated birthday. All right, I gotta take Shohei out for the bottom of the fourth, but he bridges us to extra innings here. I need the cross-platform version, pay a little extra, get it on all platforms. Can't wait for the... Did you know that Clayton Kershaw and Matthew Stafford were best friends in high school? Fact to be brought up non-stop during the Super Bowl, especially if Kershaw's in attendance. Directly from SDS. If you plan on purchasing the standard edition of MLB The Show 22 on PlayStation 4 or Xbox One and have plans of upgrading to the 5 or the XS, you will need to purchase the digital edition to take advantage of the $10 USD upgrade. But that looks like it's just intra-console, so a 4 to a 5 or an Xbox One to an Xbox S. That's not cross-gen though. Just to further explain that. Matt Holiday was on the 15th. Well, happy belated birthday, Silva. And that's very exciting that you share it with Holiday. Stafford was Kershaw's catcher. Yes, I did know that. Yes, yes. All right, come on, Bryce. Ooh, let's go. Why did the runner try to go back to second base? We're gonna score anyway. And hopefully 10 more runs after that. It's Jackie Robinson's birthday today too? Freaking legend, let's go. Happy birthday, JR. Can you imagine how much money we'll bring to SDS by making Ohtani the cover boy? It's gonna be insane. This time, it's gonna be worldwide marketing. I mean, think about it too. It's also going to a console from a Japanese-based company, Nintendo. Not to mention Shohei Ohtani in his Japanese culture. It is absolutely awesome. It's absolutely incredible how cultural this game is becoming, how worldwide it's coming. It is absolutely incredible. Happy Monday, T Practice. You're loving the Houston weather. It's 63. It's half of that in Chicago right now. I want Cincinnati to win because of the fan base getting that first after Joe Montana breaking their hearts twice in the 80s. It's just incredible. They have expanded their market incredibly, Evo Monkey, and I was just talking about it earlier. I think you were here, so if this sounds familiar, then this is not pointed to you, but to newbies in chat today. When you couldn't buy PlayStation, I mean, I know you still really can't, they're hard to find, but because PlayStation 5s and Xbox X and S's are so very hard to buy still, so many people have been buying Switches. So many people have a console. Oh my god, speaking of cover boys, can we still talk about MLB The Show 21 for Fernando Tatis Jr. here? Let's freaking go. So many people have Switches. And so many people who have Switches, I would assume, might like baseball and purchase the game. That is incredible. Oh, trust me, NBA games weren't a popular thing until Ming playing in the NBA. Absolutely, yeah, attendees brings that up as well. Now to just get past this whole PR nightmare of a lockout and grow the game with the extra hype. Whoa, wait, speaking of that, weren't they supposed to meet today? MLB and the MLBPA? Do we have any news on that? We spent all stream talking about 22 and Shohei, which I'm glad we did. Any updates on that meeting? Has it even started yet? But yes, I agree. They need to come to a deal very, very quick. You'll check. I appreciate you. Series S, I agree. Series S has been easier to find than the X and the PlayStation 5. Right, Nick? Yo, Hamburger Dad! I have been doing fantastically. How are you? And hopefully you're growing, or your grown family, you're growing? I hope your family is doing really, really well. They should put the meetings on the TV. Could you imagine them televising it? That would be wild. I hope all is well, Hamburger. It is so nice to see you again. I appreciate you being here. I'm sure you've had a very busy past 2 months or so. Absolutely. With that being said, Shohei Ohtani is going to get another at-bat here, so we'll see what he can do. Pitchers and catchers are supposed to meet in 15 days, you're right. We'll see what happens, of course. Shohei misses that, unfortunately. That would be amazing. I agree 100%. Angel's Twitter just casually tweeting Shohei as the cover with a picture without actually saying his name. Your energy is through the clouds and I'm here for it. Keep that wholesome energy. I appreciate you, Silva, and you absolutely got it. Sony is buying Bungie. What does Bungie produce? Thank you, Valencia. I don't know what would be worse, watching the full negotiations or the language I would use watching them. I am great. My daughter has been doing well. She's a bit of a tongue thrush, but we have the medicine now. Things have just been crazy. I'm glad everything's seemingly going really, really well. I am sure the craziness is through the roof. But congratulations once again. Appreciate you, Valencia. I read like the first 2 words and I was like, nope. Nope. Not seeing any specifics about when they are meeting, but they were supposed to be core economics meetings late last week. Not sure they happened though. Okay. Wait. Did we have winter meetings yet this off season? Speaking of meetings, no, because of the CBA. Does Destiny? Okay, that is right. Thank you, Jay. I appreciate that. Come on, I want to end this game. Yep, produce Halo as well. Yep. Why aren't you throwing the baseball? I'm so very concerned. Yep, Destiny and the original developer of Halo. Okay. Yo, I appreciate you hanging out, attendees. Thank you so much. Have a fantastic rest of your day. All right, I gotta take Shohei out. His control is a little interesting. Happy belated birthday. My daughter's birthday is 8 days before yours. Oh my goodness. That's what, the 23rd? Right before Christmas. Let's go. And thank you. I appreciate the belated birthday wishes. Thank you, Hamburger. None of that. I agree, Valencia. It was super smart for Microsoft to buy Activision Blizzard. I can imagine we're going to see so many Xbox exclusives. Oh, yeah. Hopefully the gaming content is on the upside still. All right, come on, Trout, throw the runner out. We're going straight to home. It was not a perfect throw. Perfect throw still probably wouldn't beat him though. You got the job. Hype in chat for tea practice. Congratulations. Holy cow. I'm so pumped for you. Let's go. Yep, the 23rd. How was it as a kid around Christmas? Did you ever celebrate in the summer with friends? I never celebrated in the summer with friends. Maybe I should start that. It was fine. Obviously, of course, there's always gonna be like some relatives that like kind of combine everything, and I don't blame them though. You know, the holidays are a very busy time, a very expensive time. But I was very fortunate that like my immediate family always did their best to make the distinction. You know, celebrate Christmas on Christmas, birthday on birthday, without having to do like any overlap. So I was very appreciative of that, and continue to be. GG's indeed. Let's go. I love when we all get hyped for other members in this community. It only grows us. It only grows us. Dang it. I was just thinking that way she wouldn't feel left out since no one would be able to come on her actual birthday with it being so close to Christmas. Absolutely. That is a good point for like future birthday parties and stuff like that. But to lose their OC, yeah, lots of coaches and other coaching positions are fluctuating a lot right now and during when the offseason starts, of course. PSA, do not reply all to emails, especially to the entire NBA program. Oh no. GG's, by the way. Teams love taking our staff. We've lost a lot of Packers staff as well. I will say it's funny, at least some Bears fans in like chat and on Twitter would be like, oh, Jordan Love, he sucks, he's terrible, he's never gonna be anything. And then Luke Getsy, our quarterback coach, is hired as the Bears offensive coordinator, and I see all like the same Bears fans going, oh my god, Justin Fields with Luke, they're gonna be unstoppable. Now don't get me wrong, I like Justin Fields, I want him to be unstoppable. But I find that it kind of reminds me of like Yankees fans not wanting Carlos Correa, but if they got Carlos Correa, they'd be absolutely pumped about it. So I just scroll through Twitter and I'm just here laughing like, do I need to pull up some receipts from like 6 months ago? Alrighty, but that's not worth my time. Let's continue in this map. I think we're gonna split it. We're gonna start heading on over to Boston. Take over Boston and then kind of work in the northern and summer like hemispheres, if you will, in this map. Happy early birthday, Red Sox guy. And like 3 people did it. I do not need to know the answer to your stupidly specific question. People who reply all should be slapped silly, says Valencia. What do you think of MLB 22? I can't wait because I only have a Switch. I know the graphics won't be anything good, but I'm here for the content. I am so pumped, Hamburger Dad. I think it's going to be really incredible. There's going to be bumps and bruises. That's expected, but hopefully not enough that it's going to be too much of like an impairment. But I am very pumped. There's going to be another huge market of players, a huge new population of MLB The Show players, which I'm so excited about, so incredibly excited about. Spill that tea, sis. I got you. Whoa, were you just an extra innings in a conquest game? Shameful. I was, Dan, but guess what? I won it. Look at that, Justin Jefferson, low first rounder, having such a great start for the Vikings. Jalen Reagor, who is 1 round earlier than Jefferson. Oh boy, if you don't like Justin Jefferson, I don't like you. He is incredible. I say that lightheartedly. I am upset. There have been 0 memes about Ryan and Matt being placed with Ryan and Matt. Missed opportunity to Photoshop mustaches on Pace and Nagy. You are not wrong. Am I gonna get it on Switch 2 to play it handheld? Yes, I do plan on getting it on the PlayStation 5 and the Switch. T-Rad, I'm gonna keep bringing it up because I think it's genius. T-Rad mentioned like playing moments on the Switch. I'm like, that is genius. I can watch the White Sox on my TV downstairs and then, you know, knock out some moments on the Switch, you know? SHOHEI, how we doing, Tar Heel? It would be hilarious if the show ran worse on the Switch than RBI Baseball. That's what we're gonna do. So I always wanted to buy RBI Baseball, especially 21, because Tim Anderson was on the cover. Hello, White Sox fan here. I'm gonna purchase RBI Baseball because it should be relatively cheap at this point in its game cycle. I'm gonna purchase it, and at some point in the week leading, if not sooner, but definitely during or right before the week leading up to the SHO 22 release, we're gonna stream RBI baseball. So then we have a very close juxtaposition of RBI baseball on the Switch with MLB The Show on the Switch. We will do that, I promise. Just let me get the game real quick. RBI baseball on the Switch is bad. Yeah, that's why I'm hoping there's like a sale for it at least, you know? Juxtaposition is a fantastic word. Would you believe me if I told you it's my favorite word? Because it is. Juxtaposition is my favorite word. If you have any doubts about the SHO on Switch, it probably is going to be way better than RBI baseball. Hold that in mind to look forward to. Oh, I agree 100% the SHO will be better. But at least then we'll have like hard proof of it being better with like a side-by-side comparison.
Ow!
That's 99 speed. Wow. I would, LOL. I think there's a demo. Oh, okay. I think there's a demo for RBI baseball on Switch if you don't want to spend money. Write off the RBI baseball purchase as a business expense. I can do that. If of course we stream it for, you know, all the specifics. On iOS, absolutely. We are playing the Red Sox. Unfortunately, Trey Turner was tagged out on what was going to be a double. What'd you get him? Do I know that? But if you want to share. But good. I'm glad he received it, Valencia. What is the better word? A juxtaposition or onomatopoeia? Juxtaposition. I agree, Valencia. I didn't tell anyone. Dun dun dun. Did you make yourself like a jersey, then send it to him? And then you signed it? Yo, what's up, Dayquills? Welcome on in. Nasty Nate Dealing. Are you a big Nathan Eovaldi fan? If when the SHO comes to iOS, then RBI baseball can officially be declared dead. I should have done that. Damn it, she says. You should have consulted me. I'm kidding.
He's out.
Well, that should have been a very productive inning that was cut short by a couple of I think it was wise to send Trey Turner to second base, to be honest with you. You have to test that with a 99 speed runner. Got him his Whitecaps jersey. He didn't have one. That is a very cool gift, Valencia. Good for you. That is amazing. I'm sure he enjoyed it. No runs. Nasty Nate for MVP. We're gonna go put up like 10 runs in the second inning. Last night's playoff games are really good. I'm so excited to see the Rams at home stadium for the Super Bowl. Isn't that crazy that for 50 plus years, no Super Bowl hosting team played in the Super Bowl at their own stadium, and now we've had that in back-to-back years? I do think that's quite fascinating and pretty cool. Very crazy. Hitting it off the monster is either a single or a triple, never a double. That is, yes. I'm going to remember that going forward because you're 100% right. Where is the Super Bowl next year? I have no idea. Not Lambeau, it's too cold there. And not a dome stadium. I'm a Bills fan. Does it make me a petty person that I enjoyed watching the Chiefs suffer a heartbreaker? As a Packers fan, I get a little bit of joy watching the team who beat us proceed to lose in the next round. So I can't say I blame you, Updog. Yo, what's up, dog? Get it? See? Okay. Arizona next year. Okay, Arizona does have a chance. But they gotta make up for how they played in the wild card round. Because if they repeat that performance, they will not make it 3 times in a row where the Super Bowl hosting stadium's team is in it. Wasn't first round worthy. Gotcha, Angel. It's fixed specifically to tick off the city of St. Louis. They peaked too early. That's like many like high school / college baseball players in like Ben's replies, Valencia.
He's safe.
Arizona has no chance unless they send Cliff Kingsbury away. Rams Stadium being used for the Super Bowl means Rams get home field advantage, right? No, it's still a neutral site, but like we all know what's going on. Who gets to wear the home jerseys? Who wore the home jerseys last year? I think the Buccaneers wore their away jerseys.
Safe.
So I believe the NFC gets to wear the home jerseys this year, because don't they alternate? LOL. My friend got you a cool gift for your birthday you don't think you could ever repay her. What an awesome friend. In my opinion, giving gifts is so more satisfactory than receiving a gift. AFC is home, but people are saying they may choose to wear white since they have been good luck. They do alternate. Gotcha. Then maybe the NFC just chose to wear in last year. Maybe the Bucks chose to wear their white jerseys last year, if I'm remembering correctly, because like the sun. More neutral than anywhere else. Oh my goodness. This is the fans.
2-2.
You think based on the record? Yo, what's up, Vinny Baseball? How we doing today? 100% air. They just killed all momentum by not scoring right before the half. Even if they would have just scored a field goal. All right, Shohei Ohtani's coming in. He'll also stay in as a pitcher. Dual Master, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. Yo, there we go, Packers. Bengals get to wear the home team jersey. We'll see if they do decide to wear the white ones, though, because they have been good luck. So we'll see. Come on, Shohei. That's totally not stretching. Dang it, we'll get a homer soon. Nice, Red Sox guy. It's because Brady loves wearing white for the Super Bowl. As long as they don't wear the god-awful bone gray unis. Next year's Las Vegas, then New Orleans. Wait, for the Super Bowl? Someone just said next year was in Arizona, Tar Heel. Did you skip Arizona or was I lied to? Wait, no, we want to keep pitching with Shohei Ohtani. You want the Rams to lose because they choked in the last game of the season and kicked my Saints on the playoffs. Next year will be a Niners-Chiefs rematch of 2019. Okay. Some early predictions for 2022 season. Fun fact, 2 players on the Rams went to your rival's high school. That's a really fun fact. Very, very cool. Arizona, then Vegas, then New Orleans. Thank you for that, Tar Heel. That's what I thought. So yes, correct. And your prediction that it won't be happening for the next 3 years. Already said, so you skipped it. I got you. Makes sense. Come on, Shohei. Let's go.
Out.
Now, I don't think they could have done this for like legal marketing purposes of the show. But when you look at the shows covered, you kind of wish... Yeah, let me see if I can pull it up again. Now, I'm just thinking about that real quick since we just batted with Shohei. Let me put it up real quick. Let me switch over here. Do you kind of wish they would have, made the W and SHO like at least a different... Yeah, exactly, Dual Master. Like at least a different color. It would have been kind of cool, but that's okay. We live and we move on. But it would have been pretty cool. Yo, what's up, Andrew? I'm doing very well. I hope you are too. Very pumped for Shohei Ohtani. 100%. Uh-oh, I can't see the pinpoint. There we go. Hadn't loaded on my monitor yet.
Oh, that's in.
Exactly, RJ, exactly. Put the SHO in red, the W in white. From Evan. Dralick article with Ken Rosenthal, but it doesn't sound promising. First sentence of the tweet, a new CBA in baseball isn't close. At least the game comes out April 5th. SDS had 1 job. Gotta go. Continue to enjoy the pump. I appreciate you, Grape. Hopefully I'll catch you on Wednesday. Have a great week regardless. I actually almost met Tavon Austin at a Porsche dealership right before he got traded from the Rams by like 30 minutes back when you still had Goff. Okay, that's pretty cool. It's cool that they have cross-platform progression of saves. That is huge in my opinion. 100%. Like that I rather have that than even having the game on cross-platform. Like if that didn't exist, I wouldn't want the game to be cross-platform or to be on other consoles, but because that exists, I'm super pumped. Obviously it existed this year between PlayStation and Xbox. The fact that it's going to continue to exist now on the Switch, that's another big dub. I agree 100%. Oh, that's very interesting, Angel. You just pitched a perfect game. GG's Packers. Get some emotes in there for you. Let's get some insurance runs going. The very first game we had, we put up 7 runs in 1 inning. We haven't really found that offensive momentum since, even though we have won all the games we've played today. So hopefully we'll get back there very, very soon. Ichiro deserves a legend cover someday. Best player to never play in a World Series, 100%. What if he's the legend cover? I think it's gonna be Derek Jeter, but it would be cool. You won 15-0? Okay, sheesh. I see you. Come on, Shreddy. So yeah, for Wednesday's stream, we'll continue the BR run. There's a very awesome team that we have drafted, both in the starting lineup and the bullpen. On Friday, it will be Friendly Friday, Toxic Edition. If you don't want to play a toxic game, you don't have to, but there will be a heavy presence of like toxic games on Friday. And then Saturday, we will probably play some ranked seasons, the new season. I just realized another big W for the Switch version. If they continue daily moments, I can travel and still do them with ease. Exactly, error. Yeah, the fact they have it on the Switch is insane. Get to play on road trips and such if you're a passenger without needing to haul your whole system. It is such a big win. If I do any traveling, you know I'm bringing the Switch and you know I'm playing MLB The Show on the airplane. I can't swing the bat anymore today. Whoever said Ichiro is the best to never play in the World Series is misinformed. Ted Williams, Barry Bonds, Ty Cobb are just a few that never made it. Barry Bonds never played in a World Series? I thought Barry did. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But dang. Colin Michael Jordan, MLB The Show 22. Oh my goodness. Someone please tell me how I can make the finest OHTANI to play starting pitcher. I have not figured that out. I've only brought him in as a reliever. I don't know if anyone knows that Ninja Cookie, unfortunately. Yeah, O2 versus Anaheim. Thank you, Beaver. So yeah, Barry Bonds was in the World Series. I thought I was remembering that correctly. Thank you, Beaver, for that information. Yeah, he never won a World Series, but he played in one. He played in one. Old School said Barry Bonds never played in a World Series. He did play in one. Though he never won one, correct. Hope the Brewers picked up this year. Hitting was frustrating this last season. Oh, you a Brewers fan? Nice. I'm a White Sox fan, but I have a huge respect for the Brewers. I really think Yelly is going to be put back on track. He's way too good of a player to stay down. And I think that's really going to help ignite the offense. But obviously, Abisail Garcia had a pretty good year. And obviously, he is back with the Marlins. Or with the Marlins. He was never there first. Ken Griffey Jr.? What about him, Roka? One who never played in the World Series? Hey, you're a fine Tar Heel. Yeah, did Junior never play in a World Series? He never won a World Series, but did he play in one? What the? Yelly and Belly for 2022 comebacks, I agree. You live like 10 minutes outside of Milwaukee. Yelly was disappointing. Ooh, so do you possibly have like season tickets or at least make several games each season? Black Hearts, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. Come on, Shohei, we need one more out from you. And we should get it. The Brewers pitching staff is filthy. Oh, Larry, 100% it is. Absolutely. You'd put Ichiro ahead of Griffey anyway, for what it's worth. Ted Williams made it in 46. Never did. Worked for them from the 15 to 18 seasons. That's really, really cool. Oh my goodness. I'm reading that D. Relich and Rosenthal article. Didn't realize that the proposed increase in minimum salaries by the owners locks players into the exact amount. Teams can't reward players with a larger increase. Oh, don't even get me started about these dang owners. Yeah, Junior never did. Yo, what's up, David? Welcome on in. Hey, a dub's a dub, Dan. I'm way too early on a good chunk of these swings, but that's okay. There isn't going to be a 22 season. I'm very hopeful there is, but spring training is going to be affected. It is going to be very, very affected, excuse me. I was just looking at notifications. All of my siblings responded to my tweet or my text to them. So for those of you who don't know, all my siblings have Switches. None of them have played MLB The Show, but I texted them. I'm like, we're gonna get you MLB The Show on the Switch. I will pay for your copies if I have to. And so like my brother and Matt like emphasized the tweet. My sister laughed at it, and then my brother messaged with a Sandlot gif, which I thought was quite funny. All right, so what we're gonna do now, I think we're going to head on down to the Diamondbacks. Focus on the right side here, and then we will fill in as we go. No 22 season means the show 22 is gonna be dry. I don't think that. Is this a new Conquest map? It's like 2 weeks old, so relatively new, but not objectively new. Oh, it is so cool. It is so cool, Lalad. We are currently playing with him, and he is fantastic. We've been putting him in as a pinch hitter, and then he stays in relief. Good afternoon, Master Chief. What is the easiest way to play this mode? I never got into Conquest. The easiest way really is just to try to think of it as Risk. The board game Risk. It is just like it, but an online version. Ha, joke, says Dan. You haven't played this game in over a year? You never played the Show 21 at all? The best thing SDS does is produce content for their game. They'll find a way even without real world baseball. I agree. The content team is one of the best of the best. Remember MLB 20, we didn't have any season, but we got tons of flashbacks. We'd probably see something close to 20 content-wise until the CBA is figured out 100%. When it comes to this game, I'm never worried about content. Knock on wood, hopefully that never changes. I'm never worried about the content aspect of the show. Since 2021, you haven't opened the game. Interesting. Oh, I'm a huge Bucks fan. Yeah, so I'm a Bucks fan, I'm a Packers fan, I'm a White Sox fan. So long story short, my grandma is from Wisconsin, and then, you know, when she married my papa, my papa and my nana, they're in Illinois. So my nana brings in the Packers fandom. That was the first professional sports team that I grew up cheering for and loving. My mom, she's not the biggest football fan, but she grew up a huge White Sox fan, coming from the Chicagoland area. I became a White Sox fan, and then I recently got into basketball a couple of years ago, so very, very nice with that nice Bucks championship last season, and very, very enjoyable. How do you not like Giannis? You know what I'm saying? What's up, Brayden? Welcome on in. Keep my mouth shut now. You're good, Tar Heel. But World Champs, I got the hat right on my desk to always be a nice reminder of what it means to be a champion. I don't wear my hat like this, but it's right here on my desk. Arms reach away. Dang it. I would expect a ton of retro cards. I did not. But yeah, it was not a very good time then. Did I see the deluxe version cover? No, it doesn't come out till Wednesday. And if there's any spoilers or leaks, do not put them in this chat. Hopefully the winter storm isn't too crazy, right? I'm actually predicting we might get a snow day on Wednesday. And if I get a snow day on Wednesday and classes are not moved to Zoom, I'll stream an hour earlier probably. I'll probably start stream at noon Central, or still start at 1 o'clock Central because y'all are used to that, and then just elongate stream at the end. Maybe that's what I'll do. Still start the stream at 1, because most people know that I start streams at 1 o'clock Central Time, and then maybe we'll just have a slightly longer stream. We could do that. Score prediction for the Super Bowl? Ooh. I'm gonna have to think about that. I don't want to put an answer on the spot. Ooh. Because I also wouldn't be surprised if it's decided by a game-winning touchdown or a game-winning field goal. That will be Pokemon, yes. Did I stream the cover release today? I was in class when it happened. But when I went live today, we went over the whole entire website on the show, breaking down everything. We checked out their Twitter page, and it was very, very fun. I've been playing on Rookie to try to get the offline missions done. 30 triples, been playing at Polo Grounds a lot. That will definitely help you in the triples department. Very, very awesome stuff, Duel. Downloaded the GTA Definitive Edition last weekend, played it for the first time this weekend. Needless to say, I'm addicted. I am glad that you're enjoying, Andrew.
Nope. Ball one.
That 99 OHTANI card, sheesh, Coach Playa. It is awesome. Very, very awesome. He will come in as a pinch hitter in the next inning, and then he'll stay in as a reliever. That's what we've been doing today. All-Star Game OHTANI is greater than Finest OHTANI. I don't know. I have the All-Star OHTANI. I haven't really played with him. No offense to anyone who uses him. I rake against him, so if you're going to pitch OHTANI against me, I would advise not to. He does hang a lot of pitches, I do find. But that could be I just haven't really used his card, so I'm still getting his timing down. Yo, what's up, Christian? I'm doing really well. How are you doing? Thank you so much for asking. That's the big strikeout. We're supposed to get both ice and snow, so hopefully you don't lose power. Oh, I really hope you don't. That'd be terrible. I literally just read that comment, Andrew. Please always give me a moment to read through all the comments before you reset. I still see both of them on my same screen. I got you all. I got you. Always give me a moment at least before you resend them. I'm always catching up. The fact that also OHTANI is starting pitcher automatically makes him much better. He is, but I haven't figured out a way to make him a starting pitcher. Because he only shows up as like a bench or like in the field. You can't really put him as a starter. You can bring him in as a reliever. You can obviously play him in the field. I haven't figured out how to start a game with him. Enjoy it, Andrew. Spoiler, deluxe version is center fielder Ash Sanders from Chat Franchise. Yes, that is the only spoiler we accept. Yeah, exactly. You can't make right fielder OHTANI as a starting pitcher. Correct. Which is weird because starting pitcher is the secondary position. I don't know what all you northerners are doing to me, but I'm about to get snow for the second time in a week. It do be like that. Yeah, you can't make batters starting pitchers at all. Exactly. Dang it. Sag. It was out of the zone. Well as well. What's up, Mr. Brightside? How we doing? I want to at least get to the 9 spot so we can bring in Shohei in the bottom of the second, or the top of the second. Dang it! Way too early on these swings. Appa. Perfect ground outs. Ah, the agony. Perfect outs are the bane of my existence. Actually, no. Perfect fouls are. We actually just had one in the previous game, and the feedback changed. Second time that's happened to me this year. So luckily it doesn't happen often, but it happens. Which is why All-Star OHTANI is better than his finest. And Lou Gehrig says, see ya, baseball. Let's freaking go. All right, Yasmani just needs to get on base so we can bring in Shohei OHTANI here. Nice, Red Sox guy. Hopefully you enjoy the OHTANI. And that's a fair ball. So he will come in the 3rd inning. Which is fine, because then we can keep Corbin Burns in the game. I really want to get Corbin Burns to a P5. So I'm not too upset for him pitching 1 more inning here. Should actually work out. Just be glad perfect equals perfect swinging strikes don't exist. Do you imagine? Nothing will ever be a bigger bane of my existence than the traffic light about 200 yards down the street from me, from the exit of our parking garage. Oh no, what's the story there, Nick? I went to my first White Sox game last season. Pretty sweet stadium. I don't think guaranteed rate field gets some of the recognition it deserves. Is it like the prettiest stadium? Does it have the most amenities? No. But it's pretty cool. It has a very nice atmosphere in my opinion. And I personally enjoy it. Is it the best stadium? Absolutely not. But it's still a cool one. Can you check something for me? Because I want to see it on Conquest. What would you like to see, T-Red? But it has lollipops on the scoreboard. True. Super Bowl pick. I personally think the Rams are going to win. I'm a big Matthew Stafford fan. Quick menu, substitutions down to Corbin and see if you can bring in Shohei that way. So quick menu, substitution, Corbin Burns. You cannot. It is not letting me move to the right-hand part of the screen, T-Red. What is that noise? You cannot. It always sounds like guaranteed rake field. That's because it is. All we do is rake homers. Boo, says T-Red. Did I have a fun weekend? It was really chill. It was very chill. I watched Encanto Saturday evening, and that was really good. I really enjoyed it. How about you, Collie? It's a pain in the butt to get out of. You can really only turn right. Getting over to turn left at the light is a chore, and the traffic waiting for the light to change is often backed up past our garage. That sounds like a headache. We sat in the top deck behind the dish. Was cool to look out and see downtown Chicago. Yes. The sights are beautiful. Unfortunately, the outfield doesn't like face the city. Faces the highway, but you know. There's a pigeon inside your PlayStation. That's exactly what it sounded like. Spot on.
That's a ball.
Watched Encanto yesterday, went to Elton John Saturday night. It was awesome. Yo, basically Jinx on Encanto. That's right. You told me about that Elton John concert. I'm sure it was absolutely breathtaking. At work now, time to watch on Twitch. Nobody watching. I have the whole office to myself. Love the job. I love that for you, Phil. All right, come on, Corbin. It was in May too. It was like the 60s at the first pitch. It was in the 60s at the first pitch. Perfect weather for sure. Encanto was amazing as well. Oh my goodness, I really enjoyed it. We don't talk about Bruno, no. The food is fantastic too. Yes. Guaranteed rate food is very good food. Dang it. You have a 5-year-old daughter and that's all she watches? Yes, Marty. Yes. All right, come on, Tatis. Nice. Let's go pinch hit with Shohei OHTANI and hit his first bomb. You watched Encanto last night too? Did we all watch Encanto this weekend? I love it. Wasn't it so good? It was so good. Driving around in this town is a headache. Oh no, Nick. The first rule of Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno, no. All right, come on, Shohei. You need your first homer. As a member of the Chicago Bubblegum. I'm gonna power swing. Not on that pitch, though.
Counts 1-0.
Come on, Shohei. Cover athlete of MLB The Show 22. Dang it. It's not a homer, but it's a hit. Let's go. 94 speed. Okay. We went to Jim's original hot dog stand after the game. Yes. My 5-year-old daughter laughed at my wife for crying during the end. Oh my goodness, brutal. Yo, let's go, Trey. Now we're getting on the baseball a lot better. I haven't watched Encanto at all. Is it good to watch? Should I watch where you can watch it? Yeah, if you're able to watch it, I would definitely recommend it. It is available on Disney Plus, so you do have to have a Disney Plus subscription. I have not been to Miller Park, but you bet I will be making it out there. My goal is to visit every single major league stadium, but there's a caveat, excuse me. Oh my God, Mike Trout. I want to visit the stadium when the White Sox, my team, is the away team. So that I've only been to 2 stadiums, Guaranteed Rate Field and Tropicana Field. So obviously in Tropicana Field, the White Sox were the away team every time I've been there. I have family who lives in St. Pete. They're 5 minutes from the stadium. And then obviously Guaranteed Rate Field. I have not been to Wrigley though. Come on, Griffey, let's go. Just because it's hard to get to if you drive, then it's quite expensive. I have not been to Wrigley. I have not. I just have no interest going there if the White Sox aren't playing, and obviously crosstown tickets add a whole nother level of expense. But the Cubs shouldn't really be that good this year, at least to start. So maybe I'll be able to see a crosstown game this summer with the White Sox in town, of course, obviously. You went to game 163 when we beat the Cubbies. Let's go. Planning an LASD. Don't make sure the A is definitely in there, birds. Don't typo that without the A. A trip for April if the season starts on time to hit the Angels, Dodgers, and Petco. That's dope. My goal: the White Sox wrap up their season in San Diego in October, and then TwitchCon is in October. I'm really hoping TwitchCon is like right after the White Sox Padres game, because I will go down. I am making it a point, an emphasis, whatever, to see the White Sox in Petco Park in October. At the very least, make it to TwitchCon, if it's like at the end of October.
Got him.
And then go knock on the door and go, "Hi, Ramon. Please don't arrest me for trespassing." Love a Griffey No Doubter. One of the best No Doubt animations. I saw the Sox play the Brewers last summer. It was a great experience. It was basically Guaranteed Rate North. Yeah, I heard a lot of people say that on Twitter. Unfortunately, there were some White Sox fans that were like super rude about it. I'm like, y'all, we're supposed to be allies with the Brewers. Common hate for the Cubs. I had a slash too. I know. They should be good. They got Nicky 2 strikes. Well, hopefully he comes back from injury in time. And hopefully he comes back from injury fine. Never know what's going to happen when a player comes back from injury, but you always hope they can pick it up where they left off. Yeah, they do. The AL Central plays against the NL West this year. Wait, nope, we want to keep Ohtani in this one. All right, let's lock it down, Shohei. How much is TwitchCon? I have no idea. They have not put up any other information rather than it's October 2022 for the United States. The Angels game is against the White Sox. Yes. Are you going to cheer for the White Sox?
Ball one.
You already missed Madrigal. Well, speaking of Encanto with La Familia de Madrigal, I was like, where's Nick Madrigal in this movie? You're not a fan of Pinpoint? I love it. In my opinion, it is the best pitching mechanism. Just with all the control you have with it. Depends on who is on the mound. What if it's Lucas Giolito on the mound? Against Shohei Ohtani on the mound. What is my family magic? Ooh. Being able to talk a mile a minute and still be comprehensible. That's why I can do this. Pinpoint sucks on Xbox? That stinks, JR, but I hope you're doing well today. Any reason why my message isn't going through? Yo, what's up, DeGrooch? I don't see anything on my end, so I am not sure. But welcome on in. Went to the Rangers' new park last year. It was nice. Yes, it looks very nice. Got them frozen and a slider right down the middle. The default to which second baseman you like more, and right now, that's a tough call. Well, the White Sox don't really have a second baseman right now, so... You love playing there in the show? I agree, JR. Like, the word I'm using that is banned, I don't know what word you're using. Feel free to whisper me the word, DeGrooch, and then I can check AutoMod. Or T-Red. Thank you for handling that, T-Red. I appreciate you. But I hope you're doing well, DeGrooch. We are just debuting Shohei Ohtani, finishing some conquests. We have 3 more teams to get through. Let's try to fill in some gaps though before we move to the next one. Leary right now and Angels have Fletcher, so both not great choices. If Leary is the if Leary Garcia is the starting second baseman on opening day, I'm gonna have a little fit. That is no disrespect to Leary, by the way. He is a fantastic utility player. And hit a big home run against the Astros in the ALDS. But you should not be the opening day starting pitcher. Starting second baseman. Leary, where was I? It does not matter if it's the Angels or White Sox. The Yankees will beat them both. How do the Yankees beat them if they're not playing them? If it's an Angels, what is there like? Are we adding a third team to baseball? I'm just being sarcastic. Track. How are we doing today? I hope all is well. Still wondering what's gonna happen to Frederick Freeman. He's either gonna stay with the Braves or accept an offer with LA, I think. Do you think we'll bring Carlos Rodon back? We did not even offer him a qualifying offer, so I'm very doubtful, which I think is terrible that we didn't. That's exactly my thoughts on that situation, which may or may not come back up in Convo sometime soon. Possibly next Wednesday? Triple threat game, Ash. Oh, yes. Can I be the triple threat in the next one? How crazy would it be if the Sox pick up Trey Turner for second base? I would flip my shit. And that would be incredible. It's not gonna happen, but it would be incredible. BX, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. Freeman to the Dodgers, let's go, says RJ. All right, I just want to start filling in some spaces here. And then we'll probably move on to the Braves next. Ashley swore. Flip your what? Mets might scoop up Rodon. I can absolutely see the Mets making a deal with Carlos Rodon. And it would be wise of them, in my opinion. Trying not to mess up this bottom here. There we go. There we go. Sand Squad! What's up, Bloom? How we doing today? I hope you are doing wonderfully. Let's see here. Let's put up like 13 and then start putting some right here. There we go. Oh, we are not giving up Tim Anderson. Though we would have to give up a lot to get Trey Turner. And we don't really have the farm system, so, swearing is bad for me. Are you Bunk Toozy? I thought this was a family-friendly stream. 99.9999999% of the time it is. Yeah, I want to keep Tim Anderson. Because if we give up Tim Anderson, then we need to fill in somebody at shortstop, which defeats the purpose on getting Trey Turner for second base. He's on a boat right now. He couldn't say it. Get wrecked, Bunk. Nah. All right, let's go try and defeat the 2021 World Series champions, Atlanta Braves. They finally built a Raising Cane's of Wisconsin. Made you so happy. A year ago, they made one near me in the Chicagoland area, and it was incredible, and it still is incredible. What's up for TA? White Sox are my AL team. Oh, no. We just had a mock trade proposal, and I was like, no. Tim Anderson is untouchable, and Lucas Giolito. I got you, Tar Heel. I see you. Is Buck chilling with T-Pain? If so, hope he says hi for me. Where's the hi emote? There it is. Always at a stop at that one when I'm at Top Golf. There we go. I've never been to Top Golf. There's one like 20 minutes away from me, I think. My sister has been for like work events. I need to tag along one of these days because I heard it's a lot of fun. What are my thoughts on the Oscar Cola signing? I am very, very pumped. Obviously, it's going to take a couple of years to get him to the bigs. But I'm very excited. I know he's not going to be a two-way player. I did not expect him to, but he's going to be a big bat and a big arm in the outfield. And to have him and Luis Robert in the outfield, woohoo! Don't even get me started. I'm very high on him. Very high on him. You gotta go one night and hit around. I do. You know, I could trade for Tim Anderson and OOTP, so why haven't you? What do you get for completing this? You get, I can check right now for you, Knox. Hope you're doing well. Oh my goodness. You get, 45,000 XP. And while I'm here, I forgot to do my daily exchange, so I'm gonna do that real quick. And you also get some packs and stuff along the way. Yeah, I get a finest choice pack. Thank you so much, Tim. Hope you're doing well. Who do I think plays right field? I don't think we have that person on our team yet. I do think we'll make a trade for right field. Malloy's right arm must be Italian, made of noodle. You're not wrong. I'm not gonna say anything because you're 100% not wrong. I cannot find Conquest. There we go. Let's go, DeGrooch. T-Red is very good, people. Do I play this game offline too or only on stream? I play most of it on stream just because when I'm not on stream, you know, doing schoolwork and school, but I do play this game time to time off stream. I mean, if I never streamed, this would be the time I would play the game, but I stream, so I play it here. But yes, I do play this game off stream, but I play it a lot more on stream. I hope it's Michael Conforto. I agree, J Second Larry. I agree. I think it's a very reasonable bat to pick up. Tim Anderson is much too good to be a White Sox player, but he would be perfect in the Bronx Bomber pinstripes. Nah. He hit a walk-off homer against y'all. You don't want to be a part of it. Shrek is like, dang it, you got me there. Yes, I do. I'm hungry. I don't know what's for dinner tonight. How do we feel about Jeter for what? Is that your prediction for Wednesday? We'll see. I mean, it's gonna be announced on February 2nd. New legends they were raving about in the live stream. We will find out on Wednesday. Not just that, he hit the ball in the corner where Judge couldn't find it. Gotcha. And if that's a possible spoiler, I would not type anything else along those lines, Shaquille. We're trying to keep this chat as spoiler-free as possible. What an epic walk-off homer. Standard play for Mr. Anderson, though. Let's be real. Thank you, Jacob. It absolutely was incredible. White Sox pinstripes greater than Yankees pinstripes? Facts. Facts. This is the one thing about not commuting to school, Ashley. The answer to what's for dinner is always whatever you want. That is true. I actually just ate dinner at the cafeteria before my class on Thursday. No, Tuesday? Was it Tuesday or Thursday? I think it was Tuesday. On Tuesday, I have two friends who live on campus, and they invited myself and my other friend for dinner. And it was really, really good. Really good. Cap! Nothing can go wrong with Chipotle. We actually had Chipotle yesterday. We treated ourselves to Chipotle yesterday for dinner. So 2 nights in a row with Chipotle? I wouldn't say no. I hope they have the collector's edition again with the hat. I agree. I really enjoy the hats. I would think so. And if so, I wonder what the hat's gonna look like, you know? With that being said, let's go take over Atlanta, and then we'll just have 2 more strongholds to complete, and we should have a good chance of actually completing all of this before stream ends, which is pretty good, considering we spent the first hour and a half of stream on the SHO.com just kind of looking at everything and dissecting everything. Pretty good. What's the go-to at Chipotle? I get a bowl. So I'll get a bowl. I'll get white rice, chicken, extra mild salsa, extra cheese, lettuce. Sometimes I'll get beans, but I'll put the beans on the side because sometimes they get like, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word I'm looking for. Oh, fajita veggies. I get fajita veggies, but they've been out of stock for months at my Chipotle. So I've been really missing them. Soggy, yes. So I usually don't opt for beans. But yeah. Yeah, that's all gonna reset when the new season starts. I played 3 games this past season, and I lost all 3 of them because I was terrible. But the new season starts later tonight, and we will be playing ranked seasons later this week. To get to World Series. You know, if my players could stop picking up major injuries, that would be great. Tortillas on the side, yes. Always get a tortilla on the side, and also a bag of chips. Oh, hey, I finally got my first position player to P5. You're at 2 of them now. Okay, Tar Heel, I see you. My friend is legit mad that DeGrom isn't on the cover of the show. I'm a Mets fan, but I'm not that deep. Just because your favorite player isn't on the cover, that doesn't take away from the person who is on the cover. Like, you can absolutely be upset that wow, what a catch. Whichever player isn't on the cover. But if you're not hyped for Shohei, are you really a baseball fan? Tortillas are goated 100%. You don't like this hitting view you play in MLB 16? Oh, I love Strike Zone. I recommend it to everyone. You do mild salsa and corn salsa. The bowl is where it's at, though. Oh, yeah, you get more food in the bowl. I really should get the corn salsa. I just never do. Just force a habit at this point because, you know, I have my routine when I order. I should get it. I should. Plus, you can always print your own cover if you want. Absolutely. I mean, we have many people in my own Discord. If you ask, and I'm not sure if they would charge, they should charge for their work if I'm them, who will happily make custom covers. And DeGrom custom one already exists. Brought to you by Z. Of the Major 4 sports game, that it's absolutely incredible. For Shohei Ohtani.
I got to count 1 and 2.
Oh my goodness, birds. I'm not excited for it, but I'm not excited about anything and won't be until after I feel better. Understandable. Dang it. I thought we were gonna home run that pitch. I missed it right down the middle. When I lived in Texas, some restaurants would make them in the restaurant and they would give us samples to take home. Ooh, okay, okay. Get the bowl and tortilla on the side. You get more in a bowl than a burrito, and a tortilla is only 35 cents more. Exactly. But I remember the days when the tortilla would be free on the side. It's okay, I'll pay the 35 cents. It's Piazza, by the way. Mickey isn't too far behind him, and Tatis Jr. will be the next P5 for you. Okay, Tar Heel, I see you. Makes sense that it's Piazza. Favorite player of yours. Absolutely. Neither of the franchises get the love we deserve. Yeah.
The count is 1
Yeah.
and 2.
Nice. Come on, Corbin. I need to see where he is in the parallel progress. Other than Yasmani, any suggestions for catcher? To be fair, I've had Yasmani behind the plate ever since he came out, but I have used the All-Star Game JT Realmuto. I would recommend him. Salvador Perez is very good, the finest Salvador Perez. Those would be the first two I would recommend, JT and Perez, besides Piazza and Grandal. That's why Qdoba is slightly better than Chipotle. They don't charge for queso or anything else like that. Chipotle charges for it. Can you show us my P5 team? I can absolutely show you my P5 team. Feel free to remind me after this game. Gotcha, Tar Heel. I'm shocked my favorite player, Clayton Kershaw, is on the cover for 22. I'm so mad I'm not buying the game. I'm sensing a little bit of sarcasm. Just a little bit. I like using Johnny Bench. I think I'm in the minority, though. Great behind the plate. Solid contact, for sure. I don't think I have his card. I don't think I've ever used it. Todd is good. Which Todd? Todd Helton? Fox, you meant Fox. I'm like, which Todd is behind the plates? I don't think there is. Tim with the hydrate. Alrighty. Let's put up some runs now. I've been using, oh, Adley is a great one. Yes, Adley, especially for the switch hitting, especially if you don't like Yasmani. Yes, absolutely. Do I have the base card collection complete? Yes. I was very fortunate to complete that, like, about a month after the game came out, and if not 2 months. I got it done rather quickly as like a no money spent player, which is really, really fun. No worries, Yankees. It was genius that the game was added to Switch. I agree 100%. It will make a boatload of money in Japan. Absolutely. There's already a huge audience there, and now a huge audience gets a chance to play the show. Incredible. Incredible. It is Shohei Ohtani, Matthew. It is quite amazing and very exciting. Adley is meta, love that card. Heard the show 22 replaces the White Sox with Portland, Oregon. Oh my god, Shrek. Bryce Harper, perfect. Bomb, lefty against Max Fried. Maybe they add Japanese leagues to the road to the show, or Korean leagues. That would be pretty cool. I would love to see like a multicultural additions to the show, if when possible. Especially when we're talking about like the KBO, we have the Negro leagues. There's a lot that could be added. The AAG PBL would be really cool one day. Exactly, T-Rad. I don't know what Oregon is, but I know where Oregon is though. Lou Gehrig. Oh my god. Oh my god. Exactly, Larry. I agree. All-American Girls Professional Baseball League, Phil. AAGPBL. Quite an acronym, but a very important one. They're in Cooperstown. You might be familiar with them through the movie A League of Their Own.
All ones the count.
I really hope the servers stand up to all the Switch players. Not gonna lie, it makes me a bit nervous when the Xbox people that got added on the servers this year. I agree. There's gonna be bumps and bruises. I hope they can handle them a lot quicker than they did last year, but I definitely expect there to be bumps. But I'm hoping that means they're gonna put a very big emphasis on maintaining and upholding servers. No crying in baseball. Rockford Peaches. I always wondered why the AAGPBL couldn't come up with a better name. It's still a pretty cool name. Makes it that much more important. They'll boost their servers though with a huge influx of players. They have to. They have to. Alrighty. Shohei OHTANI will come in the 3rd. Who's my favorite catcher right now? Yasmani Grandal. Ever since his Tops Now card came out, he's been on the God Squad. But maybe I'll start trying out some new catchers if you all want. I would not be opposed to that. All I ask is for a softball spin-off game. That's all I ask for. You gotta play as your Oregon Ducks. That'd be cool, T-Rad. Is it gonna be on Xbox One? Yes, Matthew. It's still gonna be on the Xbox One. Correct. But it's new. What is new this year is it's coming to the Switch as well. So I will be getting copies on the PlayStation 5 and the Switch. I can't even tell you how pumped I am to watch baseball in the evenings, chilling on the couch, playing some show. Red Sox guy with the hydrate. I will get to that in one moment. He absolutely did SHO, and it's very, very exciting.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Oh, would be an amazing Japanese legend in the game, the only professional baseball player who had 800 career homers. Absolutely. Dang it, I hate the shift. Good news, Kyler99 Perez. I've been watching cricket during the lockout, and I kind of want to see a cricket video game too. I think there is an old one. I remember a couple of content creators playing it like a month ago, if not sooner than a month ago. I don't know how many years ago, but it exists. It exists. Cricket. That would be an NCAA game. Yeah, I'd play as Oregon, but also there are multiple professional softball teams with players that I would love to play as. You could take your Switch to a World Series game and play in the stands. Yo, could you? I have an idea. I'm gonna bring my Switch to a White Sox game. No, I would actually be paranoid that like it would break or something, or someone would steal it at a White Sox game. But oh, that'd be cool. Like if I go to the bathroom real quick and like my mom looks away, someone's like, "Oh, that's my Switch now." There is a Cricket 22. Gotcha. Wheels are turning, but I think that could be possible. Play a game in a stadium, you know? Oh yeah, I've had crossplay turned off, except for friendlies. Remarkable. I turn them on for people who want a friendly. Ever since the very first day, and ever since, I've had cross-platform turned off. I live in England. Do not know a single person who likes cricket. Everybody hates it. Trey Turner, everybody. Have you considered trying to work with the White Sox PR team to play on the video board against Gio? I have considered it. And that would be incredible. I gotta figure out who to reach out to. But yes. Yo, what's up, Hornets? Welcome on in. Getting the game on Switch will help get younger audiences too. Yes, for sure. For baseball, since a lot of little kids have a Switch over other consoles, you are 100% correct. I've already had a couple of parents in stream say they're very excited for their kids to play it on the Switch. The lag would be insane, unplayable. I will say, Guaranteed Rate Field has really good Wi-Fi. Knock on wood, I hope that doesn't change. I'm here for the 1v1 with Gio. We are all backing Ash. Oh, if I ever get to 1v1 Gio, we gotta make it on stream. Because Shohei's on the cover, they should add Ichiro Suzuki. Thank you, T-Rad. If they did Road to the Show, they should start off doing college baseball, and then the top scouting, and then being drafted to the minors. I would love for that to be included. That'd be kind of cool. Oh, the audio visual lag on the big screen. Yes. How do I like the Super Bowl matchup? I really like it. It's fresh. It's exciting. There's really no, like, bad team. Like, team somebody hates that, like, oh, why are they in there? I think there's a lot of favorable opinions about both of these teams. That's right, he did, Tar Heel. So while most of my ideas are free, if that one happens, can I come hang out? I'll see if I can get like a Sand Squad raid in there. I'll fill the stadium with Sand Squad members. We're getting close to 18,000 followers. All 18,000 of ya. You're invited. Bryce Harper once more. Let's go. Let's go. Did I bring Shohei Ohtani in the game? Did I forget to? I might have forgotten to bring him in. Yo, what's up, Morales? Burrow. I'll bring the pizza, yes. You have to be careful, foul ball while a White Sox game or home run with the switch. Ooh. Yeah, you're right. If there's like a foul ball or like a home run in the stands.
0-2.
I gotta put the switch down and catch the ball, y'all. I have to. Dang, wish I was following. DeGrooch. He isn't. Bengals offensive line is gonna have a tough time against the Rams. 18K could almost fill up the United Center, just saying. Ooh. I swear I've seen your name in BR once. I have been playing some BR recently, so it's very, very possible. But how are we doing, Morales? Because Shohei Ohtani is on the cover, they should bring in Ichiro Suzuki in the game. Yes, I just read that comment earlier too, Knox. That would be very, very cool as like a new legend added to the game. Bengals remind me of the Panthers from 01, went 1-5, and then they were in the Super Bowl 2 years later. Will the Show 22 release while MLB is in lockout? Yes, they have a release date. It is April 5th. And how are we doing, Pepino? Hopefully all is well. 1-15. I was about to say that, Hornets. I was about to say that. They may sell tickets as a 3 times larger crowd than some of the Sox Rays day games a few years ago. Yeah. When is only the Show 22 going to be available for pre-order? It is already available for pre-order, but I would recommend to hold off before all of the editions are released, so then you can choose which one to pre-order. But if you just want the base edition of the game, you can pre-order right now on theshow.com. You know what would be cool? You know what would be really cool? So like, you know how Fortnite and like other games have like creator codes? It would be kind of cool if MLB The Show could implement something like that. Especially as it increases its audience, it increases the amount of people that are playing the game. I think there's a lot of potential there. I hate giving up O2 hits. Graduation party for subs and follows. Won the first game and lost 15 straight. It was a brutal year, but John Fox came in a year later and turned it around. It was confirmed the MLB teams and players will be in a game since the MLB logos are underneath in teams. Yeah. It's like a vector between the SDS, MLB, and MLB PA. In like a relationship standpoint. Even though there are some crosses. Not gonna get the double play here, but we do get out number 2. Nice.
He's out.
The show has a deal with MLB and MLB PA, so they can release it despite no season if that happens. Exactly. What would the creator code be used with though? Only stubs are a purchasable item. Exactly. Do something with the stubs, in my opinion. And then who knows, maybe add some other aesthetics. I don't know, because they've only had stubs for a while.
That's a ball.
Or even in like the purchases of packs, just to like get like counters going. I feel like there could be some creativity in that process. Is this 9 innings? It's only 3. It's Conquest. Oh my goodness, if Conquest is 9 innings, oof. There's precedent for this. NHL 05 and 12 released during lockouts. Exactly. Only if I had a plane ticket to do that. You'd be surprised at how many people buy stubs. If you had creator codes, it'd be amazing. Exactly. There are many people spending money in this account. Creator code, use code SAN for 22% off packs. Could you imagine? And it would be Ashley. Yo, I see that follow, Morales. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. My alerts might be a little bit behind schedule. Let me see if I can refresh them real quick. And hopefully that will help the issue. It is behind. That's another dub. All right, 2 more strongholds to take over. Let's get this going. Aren't hated. Exactly. What is the benefit to the creators of the creator codes in Fortnite? I don't know how those work. Oh, so they get a cut of the profit. It is a very, very small cut. So say I don't know exactly how it is, but you get a percentage of the money that people spend using your code. It's very small, but of course, it can add up over time. Ooh, Bryce Harper P4. Okay. Did I ever go to the Mascot Hall of Fame? I have not. I haven't even been to the real Hall of Fame. That is on the bucket list. All right, we're gonna start going towards San Diego now. And then hopefully we'll have time to capture both of these before stream ends very quickly. There it is, Morales. Thank you once again for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. If If the game comes out during the lockout, roster updates would be non-existent, unfortunately. They would probably take a plan of action that's very, very similar to what they did in MLB The Show 20. I'm personally not worried about it. If there's anything that I will never be, hopefully, never be worried about in this game is content. The content team does an absolutely outstanding job. You live near the Hall of Fame to go, you live near, wait, the Mascot Hall of Fame is in Chicago, you're saying? Because I do not live in New York if you're talking about the normal Hall of Fame. Don't forget the Negro League Museum on your bucket list when you go to Kansas City, 100%. Gonna have a fun time when I get home. That OHTANI is unfair. I'm still working out like how to pitch with him, but he's incredible. He's incredible. All right, let's get close. Oh wait, I meant to go to the other way, or we'll be okay. The baseball hall. Wait, which baseball hall? So you don't mean the Hall of Fame in Cooperstown, you mean a different baseball hall. Mascot Hall of Fame is in Indiana. Gotcha, gotcha. Whiting in Indiana. Okay, okay. I did not know that. I'm not gonna lie, I did not know there was a Mascot Hall of Fame. I did not know that. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I did not know that was a thing. But thank you for sharing. Right over the border in Indiana? Well, I will put that on the bucket list. Me neither, says DeGrooch. I didn't either, says Collie. Okay, good. I wasn't alone. I wasn't alone. Wait, the Mascot Hall of Fame is in Indiana and nobody told me? BRB. Okay, if Mason, an Indiana resident, didn't know, I don't feel so bad myself. Southpaw made the Mascot Hall this year. Freaking love Southpaw. I have his autograph. I have like a little like baseball card with Southpaw's autograph. I feel like the Mascot Hall of Fame is something that has to be visited. It has to be. I need to make sure it exists. You know? For right now, it's Schrodinger's cat to me. Yeah, Whiting, Indiana. Thank you, JR. Am I gonna make a mini road trip to Indiana at some point this summer? It might happen. All right, let's take over the Padres, get to the Angels, and finish up this Conquest map. It has a ton of interactive pieces for kids. How about this? In a couple of years, I'll bring my niece. My niece is expected to be born, ooh, missed the catch! End of May, early June. So in a couple of years, we'll wait and bring her. Oh, I could have made it inside the Parker, probably. If they're still open, then dang it, I'll just go myself. I mean, I'm a little kid sometimes on the inside, so I will still enjoy it. Wow, what a grab, Tatis. Heck, I'm going on my own and being a kid. You know, let's be kids together, DeGrooch, and let's go. Right, BTS? That's what I'm saying. Gary area should just be given to Illinois. It's nowhere near any Hoosiers. It was well worth the trip. Well, I know what I need to get ahead of right now. Come on, Griffey, get out. Oh, let's go. Griffey's on fire today against the CPU. My goodness. Well, MLB The Show 22 have a special edition that'll be given at players that pre-ordered 3-day early access. I would assume, we don't know that for sure, Matthew. I'm sure we'll find out on Wednesday. That a digital deluxe version and like a legend version, if that's pre-ordered, you will hopefully get like 4 days of early access. I think that's what they did this year. UP made it in the Hall of Fame. There's only one Canadian mascot, so I am protesting. Thank you, T-Red, for also answering that.
Count is 2.
Have I been to the US Air Force? I have not. Anyone on Xbox here? We have a lot of Xbox players. The museum? I have not been. Oh my god, Moogie Betts with the Oppo Taco. Okay, okay, okay. I should be on the cover of the new show game. That would be incredible. I would be speechless and stunned for the rest of my life. Thank you, T-Red. I forgot my own command. Dang it, T-Red. You had one job, and you made it your job. Is that a homer? Back to back to back against the CPU. Oh my god. Can we make it 4 in a row? Come on, Tatis. In your home ballpark. Nope, none of that swing at least. 99 Ashley card incoming. I would lose it. That'd be so freaking cool. Larry, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. It's been very fun talking to you today. How we doing, Rich? Welcome on in. True fact. If not, for I would not know about this game. If not for me, I'm assuming you meant to say? Because if so, that's pretty cool. Why are you being mean to Clevenger? The dude is hurt. Yes. Well, I'm very glad that you have been introduced to the game because of me. That is very, very cool, Hornets, and I appreciate you sharing that. We are a home run hitting machine. Doing good, just got out of school. How are you? I'm doing well. I hope your school day went well, Rich. Did you catch up on the SHO 22 news? Hurts IRL, but not in the game. 4 homer in the first inning? Sheesh. And I had to get out with the Yasmani Grandal there so that we can lead off Shohei Ohtani in the next inning. Lou hitting homers? Hello there. Yo, what's up, Big Dale? Happy Shohei Day. Wait for it. No, my drawer got stuck. Do you think we'll get like a Shohei poster plushie? Or do you think the plushie Tatis is gonna be the only plushie player? I need a Shohei of this. It'd be like collecting cards, but collecting mini posters. How did I get that? It was a part of like a little care package to some content creators right before MLB The Show 21 came out. Very, very cool stuff. Very, very fortunate and grateful for it. What are my thoughts on the MLB cover? Oh, I spent the whole first hour of stream going over everything. I love it. Love it. Very, very good stuff. Where's Coach? The Coach plushie is on my bed. I can go grab him if you want. Y'all want to see Coach? You want to see the Coach plushie? Gotta be a goat like Ash. That is way too kind of you, Collie. I appreciate you. Also became a die-hard bubblegum fan. Best uniforms in baseball. Hornets! Yes, I appreciate you. I just need to get like a proper logo for them.
All ones the count.
They botched the content release on Twitch, but overall it was okay. I was in class during it, so I got out of class. I didn't check any notifications. I went straight to YouTube. I put on like the YouTube stream and then listened to it like it was a podcast on my way home from school earlier today. That is a dot. Coach, popcorn. So according to Google Maps, the Mascot Hall of Fame is 32 minutes away from downtown Chicago, but it's in a different state. I am confusion. If it's in the Gary, Indiana area, it's very close to Chicago. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There will be no Cardinals uniform slander in this chat. Did someone slander the uniforms? I like the Cardinals uniforms. No, we were just talking about the Chicago bubblegum uniforms, how incredible they are. Gary is scary. Bring Raven in. No, not the Raven. The plush Coach Raven. It's next to Hammond, Mascot Hall of Fame, and 18th Street Brewing. Sounds like a great day. I can go get the Coach plushie. Make sure we bring in Ohtani. It's Coach! Hi. What are you looking at? I see you. I need to get the Coach voice down. I need to work on my voices. For those of you who know like the speech team world, one of the events I did was humorous interpretation. So I had to come up with different voices for each character and play all the characters. There's a lot to go into that if you're unfamiliar with like speech team in high school. And it's in college. Gotta get Coach's voice down. I drove for 32 minutes. I'm still on my province and like maybe only downtown Toronto. Just geography, I guess. You did forensics in middle school? Yo, that's cool. Gonna need a road trip then. They were like, watch this Tatis video. He goes, let's send it to New York for the cover release. Then 10 minutes later, they finally sent it to New York. Yeah, it wasn't a very smooth announcement. But Shohei Ohtani gets his very first home run as a member of the Chicago Bubblegum. But they did what they had to do, I guess. They were kind of like hung up to dry a little bit, Luis and Ramon. Trisley, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. They said CBG uniforms were best in baseball. Easily second, but not first. Oh, no. They're easily first. Cardinals are easily second, though. I see now. I see. Gotta get... How do I keep Coach? I could put him on the dresser.
Ball, that's outside.
There we go. There he is. There he is. What an icon. What an icon. Coach. When I got to a New York video, they still had 5 minutes to wait. 10 out of 10 content. It was quite hilarious, and I felt bad for Ramon and Luis because, you know, they didn't want to like prematurely spoil anything, so they were just chilling, you know. They didn't botch it. It was a bit awkward since Ramon and Luis were either too scared to leak anything or they were not scripted anything to say. I do think they had some talking points, but it wasn't scripted. I hereby revoke Fortnite squad privileges until we work through this uniform ranking disagreement. Whoa. Then I guess we're never gonna play a squad. They were like, this is awkward. It was a botched cover reveal, but it was whatever. At least we got some kind of news. Was that the word that was blocked, T-Rad? Because that's kind of funny. What's up, Mimomo? You want to say hi to stream? Do you all want to see Mimomo? The little cow? Playing Conquest today? Yeah, we've been debuting the new Shohei OHTANI. And he's incredible. Mimomo, do you want to say hi to the Sand Squad? Oh, she has the zoomies right now. She's like spinning in a circle. Oh, she just jumped off the chair. Now she's playing with a toy on the floor. Need a cat cam. No, the word that was blocked was leak. Okay, that is hilarious.
Oh,
yes, you get him for free. Just go to the pack store, and he is a free pack. And you get to see a cool animation when you open him, which is dope. Yeah, she's on the floor now playing with her toy, so I won't be able to get her. She's playing with a ponytail. She loves playing with ponytails. Those are her favorite toy. I'm gonna try to run this into an out just so we can finish this map before stream ends. We do love her. I know you got the bat and the banner. Didn't realize it was a player 2. Wait, what do you mean? Could you possibly rephrase that, Duel? I don't think I'm understanding what you're trying to say. I know you got the bat and the banner. Didn't realize it was a player 2. What do you mean? We're basically just troll-proofing DeGrooch till Wednesday, pretty much. Yeah, remind me to unblock the Jeter term. So people don't prematurely spoil. Oh, didn't realize you got OHTANI too. Yeah, exactly. Yo, what's up, C-Jet? I will read that in just one moment. Hello, first time watching your content on Twitch. Welcome on in. Let's get some emotes in chat for you, C-Jet. I hope you're enjoying. Happy Monday. How are we feeling about the cover reveal? Can you show what his card looks like when he's up? I haven't been on today if you don't mind. For sure, Yankees. Right now he's pitching. But I will pause real quick and show you his card. Was there a bat skin and banner too? I didn't notice that big deal, but maybe there was. Whoop, and there's his card. This is the batting stats, and here are the pitching stats. Pitching attributes. Pitching, batting, batting, pitching, pitching, batting. And C-Jet, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Sand Squad. So Mookie learned how to get into my closed closets without opening doors. What an icon. Cats are so smart and clever. So smart. Yeah, of course, Yankees. My pleasure.
0-1.
Very, very good card. Similar to his All-Star Game card, but still a very good card. Oh, shoot. I messed that up terribly. DeGrooch proofing the stream. I must be doing well. No. We can never give you that satisfaction. The card looks nice. It looks very nice. I'm very glad Ramon and Luis shouted out the art team in the stream today because they're incredible. They are nothing short of incredible. And they do an absolutely fantastic job day in and day out. I would love to see, because they mentioned, they're like, you only see the cards that get approved. I would love to see the cards that like don't get approved, because I'm sure they're still stunning, you know? Yo, what's up, the Archer? Welcome on in. I need that Shohei. How do you get it? He's free. Just go to the pack store, and he's the first one available. Well, now I have to figure out where to put the Mookie can't have this stuff, because the only safe places are no longer safe. You might have to buy like a child-proof lock, but instead of a child-proof lock, it's a cat-proof lock. Art and content team are fantastic. Love the cards and content this year. A+. I second that statement, DeGrooch. All right, let's wrap this game up here. We have one more stronghold. I'm gonna try to maybe hit into some outs. That did not start off very well. Who's excited for the Fanatics Now moments? Does that go into effect this year? I thought that doesn't go into effect till like 2026 because the contract ends in 2025, but they also bought out Tops. I don't know. Steal and get thrown out. Ooh, you're right. Steal. What if he's safe? That would have been funny if he would have been safe.
Got him, Debbie.
Anyone have a good suggestion on how to answer? What are your salary expectations for this position on a job application? I would do my best to like research similar salaries and also put down what you're personally looking for. And then definitely bring it up like during the interview process. She figured out how to squeeze between the sliding doors, so I'll have to custom make a foot that keeps from separating. All we do is hit home runs. Tatis. Once more at his ballpark. I would just love to see the cards that don't get the nod. Maybe it's just an outtake type video. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying, T-Rad. 100%. Absolutely. Hi, Mumu. You're back on the chair. Do you still have the zoomies? You still have the zoomies? You still have the zoomies. You have the zoomies. You have the zoomies. Cat cam coming when? I can see myself say fanatics because of the tops thing. I feel like I'm always gonna say tops. Especially because, you know, it's one syllable. Tops. Fanatics. 3 syllables. Yeah, it's gonna be tops. Alright, Shohei's. No! Go back to first! Oh my god, he's gonna get thrown out.
Got him right there.
I didn't mean to press X. I meant to press X to like hurry the scene along, not to send him home. We won't get an extra Shohei at bat. Dang it! It's okay, we'll see him once more against the Angels, his own team. It's the last stronghold we need to capture.
Hey! 0-2.
Big oof. That's an oof on my part. It's my B. It's my B. I take full responsibility for that. But that is a fantastic dot of a pitch. I count 10 syllables in tops. You clearly don't clap fast enough. Tops! I have questions on your clapping and syllable system.
Hey, 2.
No words, no response to that.
0-2.
Can find a Shohei pitcher as well he can. He's listed as a starting pitcher, but I have not figured out how to start him. I have only been able to bring him in as a pinch hitter or a starting hitter, and then if he's a pinch hitter, bring him in also as a reliever. I have questions too, right? LMAO, says Larry. Alright, one more out. Honestly, you could have just stopped at, I have questions about you. At least you're honest. Alright, one more pitch.
0-2.
And we're out of here with a dub. Let's go. One more stronghold, and this conquest is over. And stream is almost over. We gotta get this moving along here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Okay. GG's. Where the parallel? Ooh, Corbin Burns. He's getting close to P5. Same with Griffey Jr., Tatis Jr., Bryce Harper. He just got P4. Nice. Alrighty. Let's fill in the bottom parts of this gingerbread cookie, I guess. And then we'll head on over to the Angels. It'll be Shohei against Shohei, maybe. That'd be kind of cool. Wait, yeah, which does anyone know? Is Shohei the number 2 pitcher? How do the CPU Angels have Shohei listed? I really want to face Shohei so that we can have a Shohei v Shohei in this conquest game. Does anyone know that? Important question, how do you eat your gingerbread man cookie? Do you bite the head first or the limbs first? Oh, go for the head first. You think he is the ace? Okay, then I will also start my ace so that we can so that hopefully we can face up against each other. Shohei v Shohei. I would assume he's the ace too, but sometimes how the CPU measures them, it's different. Now I want cookies. When the stream is over, if you check the SDS stream at the 34-minute mark, it shows a pack from 21 with an OHTANI bat pack. Oh, okay. I think Shohei is used as a pitcher since his live series card is a pitcher. Yeah. I just don't know how they have him numbered 1 through 5 because I want to... Whatever pitcher I pick is the same pitcher that my CPU will pick. So if I pick my ace, they'll pick their ace. If I pick my number 2, they pick their number 2. I don't know how they have him ranked, the CPU. I would assume he's the ace, but I don't know for sure. Goes right to the jugular. Nah. You start with the legs, then the arms, dunking them in milk the whole time. Interesting. Yeah, exactly. Probably first since he's their best pitcher. Yeah, of course, Wise. We'll go a little bit over stream time today because I do want to finish off this conquest since we're already here. I can also hide my camera real quick so you can kind of see what we're looking at. think the same with Lord Farquaad. Farquaad is interrogating Gingy. So yeah, this way, if I have my camera off, you can kind of see what we're doing. I'll put it back on in a second. I'm making my way like around the head, and then I'm gonna come back in through like the inner to get him, to get the rest of this. Put the camera back on, easy. Let me remove that. There we go. Actually, do I know the Muffin Man? Maybe. We're reading Sir Gawain and the Green Knight in my Brit Lit class. I read that in high school, so it's kind of nice to reread that in like a college format. And so he's a Green Knight, and so my professor brings up, do you get like a Shrek feeling from him? And now y'all bring up the Muffin Man and Lord Farquaad. I think I need to watch Shrek again, is basically what I'm trying to say. There's been too many signs in the past. When did I have that class? 10:40 to 11:45 until now. Not the gumdrop buttons. Not this again. Don't get me started. No, not those muffins. Pinocchio, yeah. No, we're not bringing up that conversation, Dale and Fear. We were just talking about the Muffin Man, not the muffins. Oh, that was a fun conversation, though. I thought we... Oh, no, Josh, don't bring it up. No. I am starting to think I might just have to hold off with this Stronghold game for Wednesday. I'm just looking at the time. It is very close to 4 o'clock Central Time. I don't have a lot of leeway for after stream today, so we might just start Wednesday's stream with the CPU game, and then we'll move on to our BR runs, because then it can act like as a warm-up going into a BR run. Did somebody say muffins? Oh no. Oh no. I think that's what we might do. I think, yeah, so we'll save off finishing this for Wednesday. It will be our warm-up, and then we'll go play our BR run. And I will show you all the BR team. Somebody had asked to see my P5 team, so I will get into all of that. But first, need to reinforce. And reinforce from here, so I can take over all the other territories besides the Angels. But then we'll start with this on Wednesday, and then go into BR runs on Wednesday. And then we'll end stream in just a few moments. Y'all and muffins. I have no words to say. It just takes such a long time to simulate all these games. I wish it was a bit quicker. Josh McCown is still a finalist for the Texans head coaching position. That's kind of like cool. I'm not gonna lie. Very, very cool. I hope he gets it. I don't know. What are your thoughts and opinions on it? I must say, I do enjoy muffins. They are very delicious. All right, so tomorrow we'll debut Shohei Ohtani against Shohei Ohtani, the CPU Ohtani against my Ohtani. And we'll finish that conquest. And then we'll go into our BR run. It's only a 2-0 run, but do you see this bullpen? And then do you see this starting lineup? We can very well get a 12-0 run going. I don't want to mess this up. So we'll start Wednesday stream. I don't stream on Tuesdays because of classes. But we'll start Wednesday stream, finishing the conquest map. We'll play that stronghold, and then we'll go straight into our BR run. For those of you who want to look at my teams, this is my God squad. Here's the bench. Here's the White Sox squad. I'll show pictures in a second too. Here's the pitchers. Then here is the P5 squad. I only have one P5 starting pitcher. I don't have any P5 relievers. Rob Dibble is the closest at 6,800 PXP. And then here's the squad for the all P5 squad. And then for my God squad pitchers, here they are. And that new squad, I will be creating my toxic squad for toxic friendly Fridays, which should be fun. Where's the toxic squad? I haven't made it yet, but it will be made very soon. I already have like a mental list of who I want to include, but you all don't get to see it till Friday. Blueberry is my favorite. I have no idea what that word's supposed to be before buttered muffin, to Grooch. As well, depending on the butter, of course, but butter is usually always good. You absolutely love Josh McCown. I hope that man becomes the next Belichick. Okay. What's up, MLB guy? Rob Dibble, at least no one will bunt on you. I am really good with that Rob Dibble card. He's my favorite reliever. Should be nice. I do like a nice buttered muffin. I really like banana muffins and pumpkin muffins and chocolate chip muffins and blueberry muffins. I don't think a bad muffin exists, to be honest with you. But with that being said, I am incredibly pumped for MLB The Show 22. It comes out April 5th. The legend cover / like deluxe edition cover is going to be revealed on Wednesday. I'm not sure what time. If we see a tweet, feel free to drop it in Discord. I'll make sure to highlight that as well. What's up, Tan? Welcome on in. Do I like muffins? I love muffins. I just listed a couple of what I enjoyed. But this OHTANI card, if you have not gotten him already, please do. He's free in the pack store. Pick him up. He's awesome. He does have a starting pitcher as a secondary position. I have not figured out how to start him. I don't really think you can, but you can bring him in as a pinch hitter and then leave him in as a relief pitcher. He is very, very cool. We are going to go send a raid somebody's way, so let me just see who is on real quick. And we will do just that. I will have a couple of things to say after we pick the raid. But let me just see who is on, who we can send all the good vibes to. And hopefully make somebody's day, of course. Let's see if we can raid somebody new or somebody we haven't raided in a while. It's always nice to hit up those new raids. It's very, very pleasant. Lots of people streaming, which is really, really nice. This is obviously gonna pick up a lot more when the show 22 is out, so that is always very exciting. I know exactly who we're gonna go raid. We have raided them before. They're an incredible person, very, very fun stuff, very, very fun environment. Please don't spoil the raid, but we are going to go send it to V Nice TV. It looks like he's possibly playing some ranked seasons or some BR, I think ranked seasons. Regardless, it should be a lot of good times, a lot of fun over on there. Please enjoy the stream, the raid. Thank you so much for enjoying today's stream. We spent the first hour going through the SHO.com, explaining everything from the FAQs to like the new features in the game, and of course, being very excited about the cover athlete Shohei Ohtani. We then started the cookie conquest. We almost got it done. We just have one stronghold to capture. We'll do that on Wednesday as a warm-up game before leading into our BR run that we already have started. I appreciate you all so very much for being here. As always, have a fantastic week. Please be safe and healthy, especially during this time, and don't forget to be kind. MLB The Show 22 comes out April 5th. We get a new cover for the Digital Deluxe Legend Edition on Wednesday, which I'm very excited about, so we'll also have a lot of news to discuss for Wednesday's stream. It's a busy week. It's going to be a very fun next couple of months, as then we eventually get SDS streams, and it's going to be a lot of fun. It's excited to be excited. Thank you all so very much for watching. Have a great week. And Sand Squad's the best squad. Have a great rest of your Mondays, everybody. Thank you so much.